apparently somebody's dreaming about a win, I think is what's happening here.
Where you at, Zeb?
We talk to you a minute when we wake you up from a nap.
This is too good. You better come up and
now we gotta talk.
Interview. Or do you really want to interview down there?
Oh, I'll have one down here, man.
All right, well, good. I'm here with Rhett Davis, and he said, hey, you got to come. We got a surprise for Gumby. What exactly is it you guys are doing?
Well, you know, we grabbed these mill Jeeps that have been sitting for about 35 years out in the field, right? I called Johnny up, and he goes, what are you doing? He says, well, I'm here, you know, just drinking a Coke, relaxing, my feet propped up. So I got a plan. I got some Jeeps. He goes, oh no, how much is it going to cost me? I said, don't worry about that. We just get these Jeeps, just write me a check. Okay, yeah. So I drag them home, start fixing them up, right? And I says, I want to get one for Gumby, because Gumby and I started over 35 years ago at the same time, right? And we've always been back and forth at each other. So we're going to see who's the best tonight. Either Gumby or me, but see, I told Johnny, let's build this Jeep up, right? Make it Gumby. I got it. It's going to sit on the toilet.
Oh, gee, I didn't even notice the toilet. That's real classy. You know, that's a great idea.
We're classy fellas here in the Demolition Derby family. So I thought, let's do that. You know, we did a pulled pork here with the picnic table. You know, we're going to put some stuff on that. So just off the wall stuff.
All right, I'm here with Big Daddy, number 88. What's the strategy for tonight?
I haven't really looked at any of the heat draws yet, honestly. Kind of flying solo out here. There's no slowing down the pace, so I don't know if we'll do the pecking order or go for Mad Dog or there's a lot of scenarios.
What heat did you draw tonight?
I was going to say, doesn't he know what heat he's in? Is that a tough heat?
Well, you know, I've seen many heats where you look at them and you think they're tough and then they're just a cakewalk, so you never know. But Big Daddy, he's all alone, but he has got a lot of friends here because, you know, how many people have you served prime rib dinner in your place? I mean,
there's no problem, Gumby. They're not running.
I know, but I know Skinny's at home right now just salivating because he's like, I remember the prime rib, and it was so, and Decker, I think Decker was there too, so I was like, you know, then they broadcast this, and we're all sitting around watching TV, and I'm like, I've got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. How long of a drive was it for you?
Jesus, I don't know, 900 and some miles, but I did some car shopping on the way, so.
So you got a lot going home?
Yes, I do.
What do you got going home?
68 Imperial and possibly a wagon. We'll see.
And possibly, so not for sure.
Those are usually the hard ones to land, are they not?
Yes, they have been increasingly difficult the last 2 years. Wagon market's out of control, along with the 73, 74 caddy market. Unbelievable right now.
I don't know if you know, but Zeb's from a long line of derbiers. His family, you know, they were the original Twilla Outlaws out in Twilla, Utah.
Back with Lazenby and all them guys.
It rolled into the Hanson family, and this is part of the Twilla Outlaws, and he's, I think, about the only one left, right? Your brother did drive this year.
Yeah, my brother drove this car, actually, and he got all excited, thought he was going to be a derby driver again, and
then you stole it back?
I took it back, and he ain't going to do it now.
How you feeling about your chances tonight?
Oh, it's pretty stiff competition.
The question of the night is, are you going for the Mad Dog or are you going for the win?
I just like to go out there and kind of fill it out, and if I feel like it's going to be rough, I'll just hammer down.
And one thing is, you don't want to be looking at this all winter long. You want it being done.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have a hard time holding off and trying to.
You're not much of a
I'm not much of a sandbagger, so I like to hit. It's fun, but I don't like to get out quick either.
Yeah, that's.
Well, we just wanted to come over and wish you luck. We will give you enough time that you can take another half-hour nap.
Yeah. Sorry to wake you up. That was horrible of us.
That's pretty good.
It's all Gumby's idea, though.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. You wouldn't have passed if you were us.
I'm hoping I could break the rear end in this car too. It's Gumby's, so.
They've already agreed. We've already had a purchase price agreed to. So
Yeah.
it's okay.
There we go.
Alrighty, man. Well, hey, good luck tonight.
Okay. We'll see you.
Thanks for having us here. Thanks for being here. Get some sleep, buddy.
So you guys aren't actually wrecking them. You're going to race them.
We're going to wreck them.
Oh, are you?
We're going to wreck these trailers, and then after the trailers wreck, we're going to hit each other. So all's out. It's a no holds bar.
It's whatever it is.
Right.
Right on, man. Well, hey, we look forward to that, and
guys.
I
Thank you, man.
can't wait to see
Great.
Gumby.
Oh yeah. Well, we got a step stool, and we're going to kind of have to push him in there. You know, he's got that big belly, so we're going to kind of kick him in there.
I have no room to talk.
No, neither do I. But we're going to get him in there. Okay, guys, we'll see you out on the track. Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is your all-time favorite car?
67 amp.
Is it?
Yep, raised a lot of hell in them and wrecked a lot of people's days.
So you dream of those moments and the days gone by.
Yeah, I think everybody goes through phases. I wouldn't even mind busting out some rusty cars and running some chain class cars just for something different again. You get burned out in one area, that's where I'm at right now, in my stage anyway. I don't know, I'm up for anything, except new style.
Well, we're glad to have you here. We wish you the best of luck tonight. And I've seen you drive. I know you know how to drive, so I think you'll be right there with it reminded me of the Wonder Bread mobile when it came in.
That's what when I saw it. That's what I thought it was.
I'm not going to talk about all the stuff it says on it, the Trump 2020 and all that, but
You just said
it
it.
reminds me of a Wonder Bread, loaf of Wonder Bread. So I'll be like, and that's the best with the P&J.
Yeah. I am here with the one and only Johnny Gullo. Johnny, how much time and energy is it putting these things on?
I tell you what, number one, thanks to the facility. This is a fantastic facility. I mean, this is our 4th year here.
This is the first time I've been here since they've done and it's incredible.
It's 12,000 seats. I don't know how many they can fit in it this year with COVID, but I think they're selling out with what they can. I think they're half capacity or less than that, which is really sad. But no, my crew's been out here all day. It's been taking us since 9 a.m. this morning to get it this far, and it's crazy. Thank God we don't have to tear it down because they got monster trucks tomorrow. That's the only good thing about it.
All right, I'm here with Sean Williamson. What kind of car you got?
It's a 77 Mercury Cougar.
And how many, is this a fresh car?
Yeah,
It's a fresh car.
Yeah, it's a fresh one.
Is there anything left of it when we're done tonight?
Let's hope not.
You going for the win or you going for the Mad Dog?
Hopefully the win.
The win?
The win.
It always seems to be the Mad Dog is like a better trophy to have.
Yeah, it pays more to win though.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I got enough money in this car. I need to win a few to get some of that back.
So, anything special you've done you want to talk about, or?
I mean, it's just your basic 70s Ford build. I mean, nothing crazy. The rules don't let you get too wild around here, so keep you pretty tight on it.
Alrighty, man. Well, hey, good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for talking.
Thanks.
Alrighty, so you don't know if you're going to go Mad Dog or first place, huh?
I'll feel it out. I'll give it a minute or two, and we'll go from there. I don't know. Might do the pecking order. I don't know. We'll see. If I think I can outdrive them, then we'll go that strategy. But that all could be out the window quick.
Talked to a guy earlier, and he said he just plans on just junking it. He's not going to have nothing left. Is that a strategy you like, or?
Some of them guys, that's how they drive out here. I'm not going to name names. The first 4 to 5, 6 minutes of the heat is crucial. I think anybody knows that. And then we'll go from there. Try and make it work.
Alrighty, well, best of luck to you tonight, man.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Yep.
Quick question, because I was out talking to guys in the pits, and I'm asking them, are you going for the Mad Dog? Are you going for the win? And a guy said to me, well, the win pays more money, which brings me to ask you, what is the payout for tonight?
Well, we're $50,000 total, which is crazy. Now, here's the scary part. So we do this show. This is kind of unique. The first 24 cars to sign up and register and actually enter the arena get $1,000.
Oh, wow.
Period. Done. $1,000.
I might just register my truck just for the money.
Then our main event is paying $842, and then we have 2 Mad Dogs in the main event at $3,000 each. So
you get the Mad Dog and the main event. You're taking home some money.
yeah, you're what, 12, 13,000. You just it's pretty sweet. Yeah. But we bring in almost all the drivers here are from out of state.
Yeah,
we got a bunch from Wyoming, Tooele, Utah, and then we got a bunch
Wisconsin,
California, Texas.
Yeah.
Where's Big Daddy from? South Dakota, somewhere in there. But the $1,000 as a driver, I mean, you've been there. $1,000 pays for a lot of gas, a lot of hotels to get here, so it's worth jumping over the mountains to come out here. So we're excited about it. It's probably going to be our last show of the year. We're going to try and do Halloween Havoc, but
who knows?
yeah, who knows? We're kind of guessing on that one right now. But if it's the last show of the year, I hope the guys put on a hell of a show. We'll be on Track Shot Live, so everyone gets to watch across the nation. We're excited about that, and then hopefully we're going to duplicate this in April down in Hurricane.
All right, I'm here with Jeremy Frederick, and you're all the way from Minnesota.
Correct.
So just for the Derby, or you making a family trip out of it?
We made a family trip out of it. We left last Wednesday, and we're going to hopefully make it back home Wednesday, Thursday this next week.
So any interesting sights along the way, or did you just hightail it right here?
We stopped off and did Mount Rushmore and Bear Country, and then we're going to turn around and head back and hit some more stuff on the way back home.
Right on. You got your co-pilot here. Is he going to ride with you tonight?
My little buddy Joseph, my other son Julian, and my wife Jenna.
Alrighty, I'm here with Tyrell Martinson, last year's winner of the Mad Dog, correct?
Yep.
What kind of car did you bring today?
It's a 74 Olds, 88.
You going for the Mad Dog again tonight, or?
We're going to try it.
What would you rather have, the Mad Dog or first place?
Down here, probably the Mad Dog.
Where are you from?
Wyoming.
Not many derbies in Wyoming. I notice a lot of guys from Wyoming come to Utah.
There's a few derbies. With the COVID stuff, there hasn't been a whole lot. Like, we run this car in Gillette. It was originally my Vegas car. That's why we decided to bring it, I guess. But not a whole lot of places to run unless you travel.
So we did Hurricane. We're going to try and do $1,000 show again. Same thing, and it's.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that's actually pretty impressive. I've never, of all my years of being around Demolition Derby, I've never heard of a promoter paying people to come to the show.
As a driver, I understand the expenses of it.
Yeah.
So if we do several shows where it's $500 to show, and it's just something. So if it helps the driver, gas, or local driver gets them a part or whatever, it's just good to give back to the drivers, and that's what we're trying to do. Because without the drivers, it's just like football and basketball, anything, no players, no game.
Yeah.
So we want the guys to show up, but a lot of things happened that we were a little disappointed in the car count. We had 44 cars, and then with the fires in California and COVID and everything, we're down to 27 cars today. So $50,000 for 27 cars, that's pretty damn good odds.
Yeah.
But we'll do 3 heats, Consi, grudge match, whichever we want to call it, in our main event. And then we've got our fun filler heats. We got our football game going on, and we got the new one called Going Postal, which Gumby doesn't know about. He's driving in.
Yeah, I just talked to him. Those guys are crazy.
Oh, the Rhett and the Hillbillies, they're just a lot of fun. They just like throwing stuff together. So I'm excited. I don't know how it's going to turn out. It could, but it's for the crowd.
So have you ever ran any derbies up this way?
Nope, that's my first one out west.
Boy, Minnesota, that's a long drive, right?
20 hours.
I drove to Bonner's Ferry, and it was 11 hours. I'm like, I'm never doing this again. So can you tell me a little bit about your car?
69 Suicide Lincoln. Picked it up from a buddy of mine, real good friend. Kind of a stocker build from what I'm used to. Ran Blizzard Bash and all around there and all up through Minnesota.
So are you going to come tonight and take the Mad Dog and show them what it's like in Minnesota, or are you going to go for the win?
I'm going to try going for the win.
All right, well, hey, best of luck. Thanks for talking with me, and good luck on your trip.
Thank you.
Yeah, Vegas got canceled. That's kind of a bummer. That's a long haul for a derby, though, clear to Vegas.
Yeah, it's fun for the family. I got my little brother Parker Martinson that ain't here. He run here last year, and then I got my other brother Cameron Martinson. He's the youngest, and then I got my brother-in-law Rhett Beard. He's running today. Reason Parker didn't get to make it is he had a baby a couple days ago, so.
And kids ruin everything.
Yeah, he stayed home, but yeah.
Alrighty, man. Well, hey, good luck tonight. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Alrighty, Tix, what do you think?
I'm sitting here, I'm looking at this thing, and I think they're ready to run. I see things missing. I see open air.
Spots where maybe they can improve a little bit, huh?
I don't know what they're proving, but do we have a driver around here?
Where's he? That handsome gentleman right there.
Are we missing anything, driver? Or is there? Educate me in this demolition derby world here. I've watched YouTube videos, but I've always seen radiators in cars.
Better airflow.
Airflow.
Utah, I'm cheap.
The air cooled.
Oh, air cooled. All right, I got it.
It's a Volkswagen.
Oh, so are you driving for the win, or are you driving for that Mad Dog?
Mad Dog, I'm just junking it.
All right, hey, you better get up here and tell us a little bit about this, because I know Josh Decker's somewhere in this world that would be pleased to see that there's still a Mopey out there running the old-fashioned style.
So, not to give away any secrets, but why no radiator? What's with that?
It wouldn't fit. I didn't have one that would fit, so we just run a loop like we do back home.
And where are you from?
Oakley, Utah.
Oh, cool. And so, just run it through, but when we were walking by, you made it a point that you wanted to let Decker know that you still got these Mopars running.
Oh yeah, Decker. I still like the Mopars.
All right, so you're going for the Mad Dog. You didn't care about winning.
No, I'm just going to here to junk a car.
So there's gonna be nothing left of this when you're done.
I hope not.
We'll hold you to it.
Thanks.
Alrighty, man. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Well, if there can be anything good come from the COVID thing, maybe that means next year you're going to have more people, more drivers, because they didn't do it this year. They spent all year building cars they haven't run yet.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of guys that are just stockpiling. They're just, slowly building. They got 2, 3, 4 cars sitting there in the wings waiting and ready to go. I mean, we had to cancel Vegas. We had 150 cars for Vegas. Those guys are just sitting there just waiting. They just mothballed them, and so they're ready to go for next year, assuming we have it next year, but who knows with Vegas. I mean, that's a whole nother ball of wax. So,
alrighty, Johnny, well, you're busy. I appreciate you talking with me.
We're going to finish the arena, look for a great show. Enjoy Track Shot, everybody. We got Gumby, we got Tixie, we got some special guests coming in. We got some prizes to go away. I know Gumby's going crazy with giving away toys, and you saw a bunch of new
Bonners
cars.
Ferry, he gave a bunch of stuff away.
So we're excited to see all that. So everybody have fun, be safe, enjoy the show.
All right, I'm here with Derek Court, and where are you out of?
Carlsbad, New Mexico.
Oh, that's a long drive, isn't it?
Man, it took us about 16 hours.
Really?
Pulling the 40.
So what do you got here?
This is a 71 Oldsmobile 98.
It looks like it's been in a couple of shows.
So I took this to Abilene, Texas. It was supposed to be our Vegas car, and had a 3-speed in it, won my first show and blew the 3-speed up. So we originally started with Turbo 400 in it, took it down the canal for a little fun to test drive before Vegas, wrecked all the pump seal bolts out of it, pulled the transmission out, put it back in. Then we put the 3-speed in, and now we got a 4L60 in it, so.
That's a lot of work for a little fun, isn't it?
Well, they kept pushing the date back, and we're supposed to have it done for Hurricane, got busy with work, and then the next thing you know, this one came around and didn't have any more shows to bring it to, so.
So you're gonna junk it here?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be junk.
You going for the Mad Dog or for the win? Or are you going for both?
Just see what happens when we get to the main. That's
just make it. That's your strategy, huh?
Things go bad. Yeah.
Alrighty, man. Well, hey, thanks. Best of luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
Wow, here we go. Salt Lake City, Utah State Fair. I've been throwing out the Facebook posts. I've been showing this stuff around here, you guys. This is amazing to be here. Track Shot Live is bringing this event to you free tonight here from Utah, Salt Lake City. This is just amazing. So standing alongside me, obviously, we got Johnny and Gumby, the masters of this right here. So you guys tell us a little bit about this out here.
Well, this is our 4th year. I got a hair hanging above.
Is it 4th year? We've been coming here,
longer than that.
I think
but
the first show I was,
a new arena.
Yep. So we've been here 4 years. Every fair days, we're the last Saturday. We're the biggest show at the fair. So it's good times.
We're excited about it. We got $50,000 payout.
Yeah, for 26, 27 cars. Is that not crazy?
Unbelievable. I wanted to kick the glass out of Bryce's Grand Am and take it out here because you would have got paid $1,000 guaranteed just to pull onto the track and make one hit. I told Bryce, I said, this is a $200 piece of crap. I know you didn't pay more than that from Gumby. So it's like, I'm going to make you some money, son.
But here's what we did. We dropped, it's the top 24 cars got it. With COVID and the fires and just the stuff going on in the world, we had 44 cars registered, and we had that many couldn't make it. So we ended up with 25, so we threw another $1,000 in there and gave the last guy $1,000 too.
Oh, that's awesome. But Stir and Dirt has always done that kind of things. They've always given a little bit extra out. You've always had good payouts. That's always appreciative as a driver and a competitor myself when you've got a promoter that does that kind of stuff. This facility right here, folks, if you have not seen this facility in person, go online, take a look at it. I went on a Facebook Live and I showed this. This is an amazing, amazing place to hold an event.
They just spent $35 million building this. It's a 10,000-seat arena, and the crazy thing is, because of the COVID, they were only allowed to sell 3,900 tickets to this show.
And they sold out.
And they've sold out. That is something I haven't heard.
Yeah,
it won't look like it.
No, not at all. I looked at the line all the way out there, and the line was all the way out there, and oh, we got all kinds of things. People are chattering at us. I apologize.
Sorry, you just corrected us. There's 4,500 seats sold out.
Oh, now they've changed it up.
Well, that's good. That's better than what we started
Still
the day
won't look
out
full.
at. So it's going to look good. But, folks, out there across the country, this is the Utah State Fair. From what I was told earlier today, this is the only state fair in the country that's going on. Is that what they explained to us?
That's what he told us. He goes, and a lot of them are watching to see if we'll wear our masks. But, we are also at the end of the year, so most fairs are going to be over. So we're lucky. This is actually the only show up in northern Utah all year. Everything else is canceled. We've had some small town shows in Utah, but this is the only northern show this year.
Yep.
So that, and this is the amazing feat that all this came into. There's shows across the country that are not following CDC guidelines and everything like that. No, this is everything by the book here. This is.
Oh, they've been on our butts.
Yeah. Oh, they have been. I've listened to it. I've watched Gumby pull out his hair. It's crazy. So Johnny was taking care of the cars and the hoist and everything like that. Gumby's running all around making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be for the CDC. And that is the amazing thing. That is the difference between a promoter that is following rules and it's going to be here for the duration, as you guys have, comparison to the ones that are just jumping the sidelines and just doing what they can until they get in trouble. So it's
like you
hats
said,
off.
They're watching.
Yes.
I mean, the other fair boards are literally watching to see how this happens because they want to get their shows going again. So
What's really good is, with Track Shot Live, you have been able to go to a lot of shows. And with Track Shot Live out here, you're able to watch some shows. With Bill, he's got some close-up cameras. You can almost feel like you're in the arena, and that's pretty awesome.
Absolutely. Like I always joke about it, the only thing you're missing with Track Shot Live is the smell of the fumes. You know what? Go grab your high-octane gas, start a fire out your window, blow a fan into the window, whatever you got to do to make it happen, and then it is a full circle.
Shouldn't we create some kind of scented derby candle that we could sell on our site? I think that would be
have all kinds of
awesome.
them.
Oh, why wouldn't Gumby come up with that idea right
Dirty
there?
oil, dirty
Or
tranny
why
fluid.
don't we mix up some mud and water, and right in the middle of the heat, you can splash your kids with mud. You're there. You're in the house.
This is better than being their children. This is, trust us, No, that it is. But so with the Track Shot stuff here, folks, and we are so pleased to be able to bring this to you guys. We have been setting everything up. Bill has got everything tuned in again. Track Shot is nothing without Bill. All the behind-the-scenes stuff. He's got his son Ethan here. All day they were,
we have 2-3 camera angles
Yeah.
today. I don't know what Bill came up with today.
I'm going to bet we have one of the coolest camera angles. I mean, we are high in the stadium looking down with a big zoom. We are going to be able to put on some good visual for you today, all over.
with lights.
With lights.
Yeah, lights.
Well,
Bonner's Ferry was really cool, but it was with all that smoke. It was hard to see.
It was.
So.
It was hard to breathe.
Yeah.
It was a great show. Had a lot of fun up there, and tonight we're going to have a good time. To bring it up, we know people were watching because guess what? People brought me today.
Got
Hey,
some
Skinny.
marshmallows.
We got some marshmallows. We are ready to go. So that's one of my treats.
Who didn't like it? Farrell. Farrell
doesn't like marshmallows, and so
we'll find Farrell and give him some.
So yeah, but no, people were watching. They thought it was pretty funny, and they brought me a bag of marshmallows to snack on and give to drivers tonight. So
Hey, I'm going to bounce in and out, but we're about 5 minutes from National Anthem, so I'm going to go make sure we got everything ready to go and enjoy the show. I'll pop in and out. And Gumby, we got a surprise with Gumby later on. It's going to be a lot of fun. So
I hate surprises.
And I bet it's not church. So, you know what? Let's talk about our rundown of what we got going on here. So as we were talking, we're kind of short on some cars. A lot of people ran into problems. I know Terry was calling tons of people to see if they're going to make it or not because it was getting to that point. So Terry was making some phone calls. We're going to have 3 heats. And as Johnny spoke, we're only going to take 2 out of every heat. So that's going to make these drivers drive.
Yep. And then they are, by the way, and I don't know if they said anything, but they are taking the most aggressive driver out of the heat and qualifying them for the main event. So that's going to force a drive.
It is. And you know what? And like Johnny said, it's going to be earned. And if somebody doesn't earn it, they're talking about taking like a bad luck driver out of there and put him into the feature instead. So it's really neat. You don't have to be just the hardest driver out there because if that's the way you're going to drive, well, you're going to have to battle down to 2.
Absolutely.
So that's going to be a battle one way or the other. So, no, that's a great thing with that. And then the other thing, too, is out here in Utah and stuff like that, they do the football game.
Yep.
It's a really neat thing that we don't see up in our area. Tell us a little bit about
you had
it.
a football game?
Well, I mean, pigskin, and
you got true the good football out there. So here we have two teams that we follow. You're either a BYU fan or a Utah fan here in Utah. And so there's 5 Jeeps and Durangos and that painted up like Utah, and 5 that are BYU. So if you're not from Utah, you can envision your team on one of those to hopefully help you enjoy it more. And then they've created a big ball or football. We call it football, but it's more like soccer. There'll be a chalk line drawn across the arena, and when they wave it, the teams have to go after that ball and see if they can get it over to score across the line. There is a referee card, and I think he's the wild card, and I think they said it was going to be more like a WWE referee. So we'll see what it's really a show that's brought out to entertain the kids, because the kids, it's all, this is about family.
Family orientation is what Demolition Derby started as, and that's what we want to finish it as.
And so it's all about the kids. And so we'll have the soccer game, and it'll go for about 10 or 15 minutes. And bear with us. It was fun last year. Last year people were almost rolling over, and so it is a lot of fun, but it's designed to give the crowd a show. And then after the football game, we'll have a grudge match, which for some of you guys would be considered a second chance, a Consi. Every region has a different name, but it gives the top 3 drivers in that heat a second chance to make the main event.
And the track is plenty big enough for a full main event here also. That is the good thing about some of these tracks you go to. They just, their cars are packed in where they don't hardly have the room to move. This track is plenty big, and they've worked it all day long. They've ground it, packed it, watered it, ground it, packed it, watered it.
It's going to be hard.
I think it's going to hold together just fine. So after the grudge match, I don't even know what the next one is. I have nothing about. All I know is I've seen these vehicles getting pulled in, and
I've been told it's called Going Postal. Maybe we'll sponsor it by Postal Mopar or something like that, But it's Going Postal. We're being told we got to be quiet. We got the greatest song on earth playing.
Absolutely.
I'm going to drop some things. Turn it down? Can you turn the volume down so they don't flag us? Because if it's going to shut us up, because if it's going to shut us down, we don't want to shut down.
All right, folks. We terribly apologize. We had to turn the volume down on that. We did not want to get shut down by Facebook or anything with that.
Did we already get red flags?
Yeah, no.
Man.
Bill is on top of that stuff. He's a professional. Gumby, I sit here and I stand around and I say this when we announce derbies and everything like that. Everybody stood.
Yep.
Everybody took their headgear off. Everybody covered their heart. It was just amazing. Thank you so much, Demolition Derby World, for doing that and showing how proud we are for those colors.
I look at it and go, if it wasn't for this great country, this sport probably would have never happened.
No.
And, we are blessed.
Absolutely.
And that song, it was we got red flag because it's a special rendition that's probably copyrighted. It is an amazing song. And any of you guys that were in Vegas, it was that rendition.
Oh.
It's one of those that you just sit here and shake because it's so amazing. So.
Oh, absolutely. And in Vegas with the lights dimmed, the strobe lights going around, I had goosebumps.
Oh, yeah.
I had goosebumps with that. That was just amazing. Hey, Gumby, why don't you get that driver's list? And we got the cars firing up. I hear him in the
driver's
background.
List. Oh, it's
on your
phone.
You took pictures of it because he was smart. You being prepared for this stuff.
Oh, man. We are.
And here we go.
Well, I was prepared, until right now. So we're going to find that picture.
I'm going to tell you a quick story. The 663 car coming out here, this gentleman built that car, got into a motorcycle or a dirt biking accident, got shot in the leg with a 22, and his buddy drove this car first, and now here he is out here with a 22 bullet lodged in his leg still, out here running this. So that's just hilarious when he told us
It's
the
not
story.
pulling, but I'm going to get it. We're going to get it here. I don't know why it's not pulling up. Oh, there we go. So he won. That is Keenan Davis. Car number 30 is Mr. Derek Court. Isn't he out of
New Mexico?
Very big, good running driver. Car number 11 is Reno Regazzi out of California. Maybe part of the California crew tonight.
Oh, he's absolutely just south of Tag, I believe.
Car number 55.
Tyrell
Martinson and his brother, call out to him. He had a baby 2 days ago. He was signed up to be here, and I don't think his wife would have been very happy if he would have showed up in Utah after just giving birth. So it's great to have him here.
Now, Tyrell was the Mad Dog last year here at this show.
Yes, and 622 is Josh Turnbow out of northern Utah. He's been working on this car, 72 Oldsmobile, for about a year on and off, and so he's pretty excited. He was signed up for quite a few shows and it just kept getting canceled, and he ends up here.
Worked out perfect.
Car number 24, Dusty Jones running an LS in a Monte Carlo. That thing ought to be all over. The problem is it's probably too much power for a Monte Carlo.
I think the Monte Carlo's going to feel it.
And then Zeb Hansen and the 84 from Twilla, Utah, one of the original groups of the Twilla Outlaws that ran in Utah forever. And so he's been driving. He's one of the last few. No, that's 84. 84. I am giving you the wrong person. And it doesn't even have 84 on here.
It's Will.
Will, is that Will?
Yeah.
Is that number 4? 04. Will Eulin. He's out of Twilla, Utah. Really good guy. Was really coming into his own. He, first few times, the last few times he's ran, it's like, man, this kid's really getting the grip of it. And then the last one is
101.
And I let it die with 101. Braden Jorst. Jorst?
I did.
Like last week, you heard a lot of people saying, well, this is an interesting start. This is a lot of what a West Coast is going to is the rolling start. Gives a chance for anybody to do whatever they want. So,
well, the fun part about this rolling start is that you love to see the strategy that everybody pulls here. So,
some people like, oh, don't let me be in the corner when this starts. Let me be in the straightaways,
It's kind of nice because it gives the circle track people a little bit of home feeling, but then all of a sudden the Demolition Derby pops out.
We're circle track. We're not supposed to be hitting.
Everybody's getting excited here. The crowd is on their edges. The view on the screen looks just wonderful, Bill. Thank you so much for that.
So picking it, you got anybody you're picking? What are you thinking?
Court's always a good guy. I had a great conversation with him out here, but I'd like to see the gunshot wound do good. You know, 663 out there. Everybody's making their options.
You can tell Derek Court's business. He's got his hand on the throttle, and he is ready to go.
Not quite exactly the start that you're used to seeing at a Utah show.
No, it is not. All right. Oh, there we go. Now we're waking up a little bit. Mr. Turnbow out of northern Utah making a good shot down there in Will.
Looks like Ragazzi down there is having a little bit of problems. Looks like he's trying to fire it back up. There you go. He's got her going again.
Don't you love that when they hit and they don't bend? And you just tell that the guys in the car were just taking abuse.
It was fun. We were out in New York, Morris, New York, with Spinning Wheels here a couple weeks ago. Josh Buell just sent me a post. They're out there in New York watching us. Appreciate that out there. Appreciate what you guys do in New York and bringing Track Shot out there to your guys' wonderful state and wonderful derby.
Good old Josh. We love Josh.
You got to love it when you go somewhere and you got an open arm welcome as the state of New York gave to us out there. That was a ton of fun.
How many people did they let in the stands? Was it a limited group or was
zero?
Oh, there was
zero.
That's right. It was. It was a no. Man, they must have wanted to put on a show.
And when you have a promotion company like Spinning Wheels that will put on a show with zero people in the stands, a 2-day event, and they clear everybody out from Saturday to bring all new people in for Sunday. It was an amazing feat that they did out there. They made it happen, and it was all I mean, there was no greed, no nothing out there. They just put it on for the drivers.
You know, the drivers, you need to take notes and stuff like this, and next year when there's a show, support them.
Absolutely.
Be there to pay. They paid it forward for you. They gave you a place to play, and next year you need to go support them big time. And of course, you know, Spinning Wheels is involved with so many great shows like San Filippo, and you know, it's pretty cool. You know, that Monte Carlo is still, I was expecting it to be bent completely junked using an LS this early, but he's just cruising around, and Derek Court's he's dying a lot.
Yeah, he's fighting that engine right now. He is having problem after problem keeping that thing running. I think he might have lost steering, to be honest with you.
Don't you love when you hit somebody, you look at each other and give each other a thumbs up? That's pretty good.
That's called camaraderie.
It is.
Yeah, Derek Court's got no steering out there. It looks as if his center link broke, or
you know, he's out there going, oh man, it's killing you. You got a car that's in great shape and you're just bouncing around. Good thing is he hasn't taken a lot of shots and done a lot of damage to it, where if he has to go through the garage, you can fix it pretty quick.
Yeah. Number 11 has lost steering also. He has got nothing for steering also. He is fighting that thing. 663 got his fired back up. Monte Carlo is actually looking pretty tough out there, Gumby.
He is doing really well. You know, he's playing it smart. He's using... We are under, and if you wonder what the hit rule is tonight, we are under a 2-minute hit rule. Boy, does that Monte Carlo have a stiff suspension, though. He is catching air every time he goes over a bump.
I honestly think a track like this, front suspension would assist that steering and be a safety.
Does he not have a drive line brake in there to stop that car to get off?
Both of them do. I just don't understand why they're not working it. It doesn't look like they're tied that tight.
What's interesting to me is if you watch, if some of these drivers have got to be more alert. You've got car number 11 and 30 with no steering, and then these guys will go down and pull in front of them to make a hit and give them a clean shot to reset their time. They could eliminate two cars real quick if they just watch where they're going. You know, Derek's just really struggling to even make a hit.
Oh, 55 and 30 are over their plan. Tyrell is giving Derek Court a hit there to keep him live on the clock.
He's planning on some future assistance later in the evening, or maybe they're working together a little bit, but yeah.
Oh, you know it. These guys just all got buried down here on the bottom side of the track. 24 broke a drive shaft. 622 is buried up on the back of him, can't get off. Number 11 is buried in the side with no steering. Derek Court just got a free pass into the feature from 55. He better be buying the beer.
Buying beer? I'm going for barbecue or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, now Derek's going to pull up and say, okay, come hit me and get a reset on your time, because we do not want these guys to be, uh-oh.
Well, number 11 has the last hit out of that. I think 55 died over there.
Oh, man. You got to feel for him on that one. You know,
the thing of it is, Derek got the last hit out of that deal when he died. So you got he fired back up.
So right now, Derek's in third place probably.
Yep. All right, number 11's tight on the clock.
Derek's got to get in and let Mr. Martinson hit him so that his 11's never going to be able to get over, because he's hitting these two cars, they're dead with no flags, so it does not count. Why are you going down there? Stay away. What would you do, Mike? Me, I would be like trying to pull the two of us down to the other end of the arena and just let us play down here.
Yeah. Now the unfortunate thing is Derek's
what's the unfortunate? You look at this. What's the chances of start of the heat? Two people lose steering, and they're the two that advance. You know, that's what it's looking like right now.
Yeah, that's tough.
Okay.
We can't make the call from up here. It's the officials' choices, but how I see it is
get in there and make a hit. Okay.
number 11 died out there after he hit Derek. His car shut down.
Wow. It's always interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Now I wonder if they're going to call him most aggressive driver in this heat. If I was going to call one, it'd probably be the golden white one.
The Oldsmobile there.
Yeah, driving up in there.
He definitely was the hardest hitter of this class here for sure. They're calling it right there. We'll see how they call it.
This is not who's going to win it, but if I was calling it, I think I would call Josh Turnbow advancing the main event for most aggressive driver. But we'll be interested to see how the officials get together in the middle of the arena and vote on it. And
and advance somebody. But so Reno Regazzi did not make it. So out of Heat 1, we got Derek Court and Tyrell Martinson, the most aggressive driver from last year's show. Car number 55 and car number 30.
You know, so last week when you guys were up in Idaho, you guys had that parts giveaway. I didn't get to watch all of it 110%. Explain that to Track Shot Live out there in their houses, exactly what that was.
What that was the goal is to reward our sponsors for helping us out and helping us provide this free service to the nation. And so they gave us some parts to give away, and we waffled. What we did is we gave you opportunities to get on a free waffle, and those were that you were able to. Oh, we're going to step back. You were able to go to one of their sites and answer a question that I asked, and if you did, you got entered into the waffle. You were able to buy a part from one of the 4 Narrett, Postal Mopar, Elliott Motorsports, or Schrade Engines. If you bought anything over $25 from one of those 4 companies, you got a spot into the waffle. If you spent over $400 in purchases with either of those 4, you were able to get 10 tickets into the waffle. And if you spent over $1,000, you got 25 tickets into the waffle. And so let me just pull up a few of these parts and show you what they donated and what we are going to waffle off. From Elliott Motorsports, the bling bling, the nice sounded, sweet singing, sweet music to your ears headers. These are the bling bling. With this nice, awesome collector, it helps create the horsepower that you all desire, but for most of us, it's what they sound like. I mean, they are absolutely a beautiful sounding header. So right after this heat, we actually had 63 people qualify for this drawing. So right after this heat, we're going to have that drawing. Other things from Narrett, he gave away 2 yokes, one for the transmission and one for the rear end, based on what you need. So if you have a Chrysler running a 727, you can get a 727 yoke. And then if that Chrysler has a Ford 9-inch, you can get a 9-inch yoke. And so if you win those prizes, you will send us your name and address, phone number, and all that. We will contact you, and then we will mail you your choice of yokes. And then following that down there, right there is that the Cat's Meow, the coolest new idea that I've seen in years. Here you go. This is from Postal Mopar. And what this is if you're like me, for years I wouldn't run a Cadillac because you couldn't put a good rear end in them because everything's offset and it's just hard to do. And it's like you either run what's in it or not. So we didn't run them. Well, this gives you the ability to put a 10-bolt Chevrolet right into a Cadillac. And it bolts on. It's not welded, so it's good for stock shows. If you're allowed to weld and you want to weld it on, you can. But it gives you the other mounting points for a Cadillac. And then the best part is you don't have to cut your upper perches off of a sedan, so you can run that rear end in a sedan, in a Cadillac. It is not set up for a wagon, so I'm actually having to build 2 separate rear ends, one for a wagon and one for that. So those are the 3 parts that we're going to be giving away tonight. And again, we appreciate Narrett Dirt Demo Derbies. We appreciate Postal Mopar. We appreciate Elliott Motorsports out of Minnesota. He's out of your home.
Jeremy Elliott, and I'll tell you something that's really cool about Elliott Motorsports up there. So Jeremy has got his own things going on with a career that pays for his family and medical and all that stuff. His son is in the shop doing, I don't know how much the percentage of the work is, but probably more than his dad. And the product that they're pushing out is amazing. Just like Postal Mopar. These guys have always been on the leading edge of designing and getting new things out there in the Derby world for upgraded new products. They're always on the leading edge. And Brian Nerat at Nerat Derby Parts, cotton and silk. I always say that, cotton and silk. Brian sells silk products. Everything is perfect. I hate using the word perfect, but that is as perfect as a derby park can get. And for many years, we've used their parts and everything. They've always helped out people in the derby world, giving them a little insight, giving them better parts to make their car more competitive, and always being on the leading edge. So you guys, we appreciate it, and we appreciate the support that you're giving Track Shot Live to allow us to give this to the community for free.
Absolutely. And so continue to support them. And when you talk to them, tell them, you appreciate you donating to Track Shot Live, because, again, you guys want to see one of these shows every week. It takes sponsors. It takes and the more sponsors we get, the help we get from the community, we're going to put on shows all over this great country. Last week we were talking about landing in possibly Alaska, because we're going to talk about a free Track Shot Live experience giveaway later on in the
Later
evening.
on, we'll talk about it. But let's get to this, though. So you guys, all these names on numbers right here, if you were part of the getting a hold of Gumby and giving the answer and everything like that, we've got a list of all the names and numbers here.
And I had no clue what I was getting into. I had 962 comments to go through over the week. And my wife's like, when are you going to do that? And I'm like, when I'm off work. She goes, when is that? And I'm like, we were up for 4.5 hours going through 962 comments to get these 62 names. And so congratulations for being on this list. Tonight, we're going to do another raffle that we're going to be giving away parts at whose show?
Holy Buckets, Minnesota Throwdown.
So we're going to
Toast Promotions.
There we go. We're going to give some parts away at Minnesota Throwdown. And so we will do some opportunities for you to get into that raffle tonight. And so please stay tuned and get ready to answer some questions.
And you guys, this is all for fun. We are having a ton of fun. We're giving advancements in the derby world. We're just trying to be a role model. I don't know, something good.
And the one thing you're going to see, and Tixie says it every time, we're trying to put on a show that's family friendly.
Absolutely.
We want it's Saturday night. If you're home, the theaters are closed. What a better night to hang out cook some popcorn. If you have a campfire out back, go cook some marshmallows.
Get Gumby's mellows out there. How about a pork chop?
On a stick?
You can do anything you want on a stick. That's
that
a
would be
beautiful thing.
interesting.
We're at a state fair. Everything goes on a stick at a fair.
That is very true.
See?
I will try it. I will try it.
All right, get on that pork chop.
So it's all about being with your family. I mean, if you're with your family tonight, that's where you're supposed to be. And I'm hoping if you're here watching, you're with your family. Us, we've got hired away from family for a little bit. But, we've been on the phone, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. I wish this family of flies would leave. These things are bugging the hell out of me.
Yeah, they are. There's a few of them around here. I'm like, what
I'm
is
sitting here
this?
swatting myself.
Well, it's like this coleslaw and food that we got given to us to eat, and we don't have time to eat it.
Can't even do that. So no, we've but with this whole raffle giveaway stuff, you guys, this is a lot of fun. And these supporters, all these derby parts guys and everything like that. And if there's any other derby parts guys, I know Jacob Prusman, 448 Design, has done stuff for us. And there's people we're going to miss, and I apologize about that because we don't have it written down in front of us. But everybody that is supporting us, remember, if you hear us talk about them, go to their website, check them out, look at their stuff. I mean, maybe they don't have a part that'll suit you, but maybe your friend needs it. Pass the word around and just show it.
Knowledge is important.
Oh, God, it is. It is.
One that we don't talk about, that we haven't talked about tonight, that hasn't given us a part to give away is AB Cat Tech.
Oh, yes.
AB Cat Tech. Now, it costs a lot of money to build these cars. And the people that sold me this car are here, so I shouldn't be saying this. But I just bought a car out in the pits. It's a 99 Toyota Camry that's got a $300 cat from AB Cat Tech. I paid $300 for the car, so I've got a free derby car for a mini. So they do a wonderful job getting you the most money possible that you can help pay for your addiction, because this is definitely an addiction.
Absolutely. The whole thing of it is with Brad at AB Cat Tech, you guys, Brad and their family own the business, and it's a family-run business, and it doesn't matter where you are in the country. If you've got 50 cats, you can get a price on them. You can ship them over to Brad in Burlington, Wisconsin. I was just over there just a week ago. Numbers are stupid crazy right now. Take advantage of it.
Just FYI, this week, I called and had Brad call me, and the owner of this company that's spending millions of dollars calls and talks to me and says, "What's up, Gumby?" I said, we're trying to share your product to the world. What am I selling? Tell me about what you're doing. And he told me, and he's going to get me introduced to the program so I can find cats and help him find them here in Utah. And I go, I want to learn what the difference was. So this week I went and bought a 2010 Crown Vic, and I went and bought a 91 Crown Vic. I cut the cats off, and I went to a company that I've been using for years, which are wonderful people. I'm not knocking them. And I sold the cats, and I got $455. Guess what? I left $200+ on the table by not selling to AB Cat Tech. That's how much of a difference there is, and so it's something that take the time to learn, because $200 buys you almost every part. This is $145. It gets you free parts because you're making more money. And so really learn about AB Cat Tech. If you really don't know how to do that, call Tixie, call Skinny, call me. Now we will point you in the direction, and it's just a couple clicks of the button on the phone, and they'll explain it, and it's simple.
And it is. And, you know, everybody is doing it. Everybody has these cars. Everybody's wrecking these things. Take advantage of the situation, you know. So Brad doesn't have a product to give us, but he has a great service to give to us.
Yes, he does.
And, you know, Brad threw down a good chunk of advertisement money because there's some shows that Track Shot has been a little short to go to. And so we pull out of that money of Brad's to go help out, like, you know, up in Idaho, maybe they were short $50, $100 for a hotel room. We got a little bit of a kitty for sponsorship sitting there, and we're able to use that to lighten us a little bit. You know,
thank you, Brad, for that.
Yeah, and that puts a little bit of awesome, you know, security in us. Just like with our show at Minnesota Throwdown, October 16th and 17th, we've got U-Polar parts in AAA Auto. They asked us, what's it going to cost to get Track Shot there? We sat down, talked with Decker, got the numbers hammered out. Bam, they wrote us a check. Here you guys go. We want Track Shot at our show. It's never been to Minnesota. It's never, I mean, we're a huge part of Track Shot, but that doesn't mean that we get priority pickings or anything.
What is it that we're looking for in shows?
Family, fun, free,
small
community.
Small town America.
We want the small town America, like Mobridge, South Dakota. Skinny and I went up there, and we had fun in that town, and people recognized us, and we did some foolish things that we had fun with, and the community enjoyed us. Like never seen $2.99 dozen crappie minnows, you know, but at Mobridge you can buy them for that.
I still don't know what a $2.99 crappie minnow is. Maybe do I need to look it up on Facebook or what?
You got to get in on it, you know. I mean, so no, it's just kind of fun, you know. It's all that stuff, and we've had a good time. But hey, we got the second heat coming in here, you guys. We're not going to cut you short, but we got plenty of time to chatter.
But yeah. You know, we were at Mobridge, you were in Mott, South Dakota, or North Dakota before that. It's just so much fun stuff this year. Love every minute of it.
And, you know, it's like the local Derby guys over there, just open arm welcome like we do everywhere. You guys, we appreciate it.
Car number T23, Mr. Andrew Tagliablushi. Yeah.
Tag just sounds better. I never botch up tag.
It's the tag group, the tag fam. But they are awesome. They all the way come from Northern California up by I believe they're from somewhere in the area of San Francisco. And they drive out here a couple times a year to have some fun, and they do very well.
Vallejo, California.
Vallejo, Mr. Bong. Daniel Bong, too ugly. Okay, and that does fit as ugly, doesn't it?
It
An
does.
old Ford Crown Vic wagon that's balled up pretty good in the back. But Mr. Bong, he's part of our number 6E, a very veteran driver out of California, 6E, Doug Emery. Listen to that motor.
Love that thing.
What motor is that? That is a Schrade.
Schrade.
He's a sponsor. It is an amazing running motor. Car number 07. Stan the Man McDonald out of, now, he calls it Georgia. He calls it California. He's got Cedar City, Utah.
Oh, he's got
and
it
your
all.
home might be his also. Yeah, we just don't know.
Yes.
Car number 97, Sean Williamson. Did you hear the motor of that thing light up? That's what we're going to be doing a promotion later in the evening for Schrade Engines again, and it's awesome. They are coming alive in the Derby world.
What a great stand-up man he is. He wants to make the Derby world just that much better, one engine at a time.
Another one of the Martinsons out of, Martinsons, all the way up to the top, 35, Cameron Martinson out of Gillette, Wyoming. Again, his running a Caprice, his brother having a baby, watching from home. you, Mama, and Baby. We are so happy for
Yes,
you, and
congratulations.
And look forward to seeing you next year on the Derby circuit. Number 19. Oh, this has got to be Josh Decker's favorite car of the
Del
night.
Piper.
Running a Cordoba.
Cordoba
Cordoba.
With the loops, with the radiator lines looped.
Which tells you what?
He's going wide open and forward.
Oh, yes. So I know Josh Decker loves that. And car number 20 is DeMont Ney, driving a car for somebody else that broke his ankle the other day. And so they said, we get $1,000 if we show up. Can you drive my car and give me the? And he's like, I'll drive your car and give you the $1,000. Wouldn't you do that?
I'd be in on that 1,000.
And car number 88, Jeff Big Daddy Chrisman out of South Dakota. And I know not Tixie, but I know Skinny and Decker ate some nice prime rib up in his joint when they were in Mont.
Yeah, we've been up there, picked up cars from him. He's got an amazing bar there in Pollock, South Dakota. They got a prime rib feast. Their hamburgers are amazing. It's you go buy cars from him, and then he'll open the bar up and feed you wonderfully. So Big Daddy is a stand-up hell of a good guy.
He's driving the Trump Special. I call it it looks like a Wonder Bread package is what I think it looks like. And Jeff's like, me and you are probably the only one old enough to know what a Wonder Bread package is. So, but it looks like a package of Wonder Bread.
Yep, we got thumbs up and flags up everywhere. Are we ready for this one, Utah, and everywhere across the country?
And in Australia, for you all that are watching in Australia.
That's
Isn't that cool?
Got a little shrimp on the Bobby,
The Bobby, Okay, who's going to do what? Round and round they go.
This is definitely 4 good California friends out there and some oddities that are trying to find where they're going to be.
Okay, Jeff Chrisman just probably wrote on his notepad, note to self. You don't like saying self, don't you?
Yes,
note to self.
Note to
You
self.
got to watch this guy. He's already bumping me, so.
It kind of looks as if California is picking Jeff to be the one they're going to take out here.
Now, will Jeff take it? Will he get pissed off?
I think Jeff is probably out there feeling it right now, trying to figure out what direction he's going to go. Lay it down for a Mad Dog, but boy, he's got a beautiful deuce to just destroy.
He did a very good job building that car. That thing is a beautiful build.
Jeff is a very detailed builder. You know, he takes his time and he knows where he needs to be and what he's got to do.
You know, Stan McDonald was building a car for this show, and that 07 car was ran here. It was ran earlier in the year somewhere. Brand new trade engine, brand new transmission, all the bells and whistles brand new. Kid got in some trouble and needed some money and sold Stan a built car just like it sits for $6,000.
Oh wow!
And the trade engine that's in it was $6,500. So pretty good deal.
You know, if you ever get the opportunity, you know, a lot of guys call him Mac, but Stan is one heck of a good guy. Sit down and talk with him. He's a very, very generous, offered person. He's just a stand-up veteran of the sport.
You know, my wife and I always joke that if he calls you after 5:30 at night, and you know he's coming to visit you, that you better clean the bedroom and change the sheets because he's spending the night.
He might be there for a couple days.
You just know that. It's like, what are you doing, Stan? Oh, I'm going to stop by. Oh, honey, we didn't clean the sheets. Let's get it ready to go because he's wanting to hang out and chit-chat all night, which is fine because he's a great guy.
Got a couple dead cars down in that corner, and I'm wondering if Stan didn't lose steering. He is fighting that area.
You know, the problem with it is you got 4 guys that are all friends out there, but they're only taking 2.
That's exactly it.
And I can't see that any of them are driving hard enough to go after that Mad Dog. So what are you going to do when it comes down to 4 of you?
You know, it's a horrible decision. Sometimes people break sticks, and that ain't what you put the show on for the crowd. And the level of politics gets ugly at times. Boy, I don't know for sure. It almost looks like Jeff's Buick is going up there.
And Jeff just pulled his flag.
Yep, Jeff just broke off.
Now the question we need to ask him is, did you see the light or what was going to happen, or did you something give away on your car?
Yeah, that's tough. Right here, we're down to the 4 friends, so this is going to be interesting to see what direction it goes here.
Who drew the short straw? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, you got to remember, Tag is with the number 2 car because that's his brother-in-law. Or I don't know if Sarah and him are married, but you know, there's family right there.
That's right, your brother-in-law and family, and then you've got Stan McDonald, who is, you know, buddies with lots of people. And that can actually be a blessing sometimes.
Yes, it
can.
also
can be a curse. I've seen it where it can be a curse.
Oh, that 97 got out of that corner over there.
Mr. Stevenson. Oh, yes, lay it down, brother. And did you see how all of them turned and said, okay, we've lost interest in each other.
Looks like that right front rail of Stevenson's pushing back there.
Well, there went the radiator flying out of Stan's car, those bungee straps holding it in. Hey, I have a couple, I could sell them in the back of my truck.
I say, you're going to be selling some parts here, are you, sir?
If I have to get up and leave, now I'll just throw my keys to my truck and say, go get it.
You know, the thing of it is, people are probably trying to drive smart. They don't have a whole lot of time to repair these cars going into the feature either.
No, here in Utah, a show starts with heat number 1 and is over usually 3 hours later. So it's basically when you get out on your car, you look and say, what is the most important thing to kill and to fix? And that's where you start. And you play backwards from that.
And that's really tough when you got to make those decisions because it's hard to pick what's most important sometimes.
I'm all about steering and clear wheels.
Yes, absolutely. I think Stan died over there. He was kind of coughing and choking. They're coming around that corner.
He's like, do not break an axle because that can eat up a lot of time. And Stan just pulled his.
Stan pulled down.
So right now it looks like the straw is going to be Tag and Daniel Bong.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be them too.
It'll be interesting to see who they give most aggressive driver to. In my vote, this would be probably over there Del Piper and that Mopar for Josh Decker. He was really trying to put it down there a few times.
He went from start to finish as hard as he could. You know, he didn't last long, but he had the right mentality out there for it. So.
Yeah.
You know, and they're smart. They're just staying right there. They're not giving the opportunity for the change.
No. And that second runner-up for most aggressive driver for me would probably be Stan McDonald because he was showing everybody what a straight engine can do a little bit. He's lighting it up again. But, yeah, Thinkins is not our call.
That's, yes.
All right, I'm going to get randomorg.com ready to go.
We got some good old Wyoming people there sitting there watching Matt Mitchell and them. Appreciate the heck out of that, you guys. Always good supporters to Track Shot. Sitting front row, you got to love that. Boy, we talk about Minnesota Throwdown. Now my phone's blowing up about questions. Hey, everybody, we'll talk questions on the Derby. I'll have some flight time tomorrow and stuff like that to answer those questions. I apologize about that. But, yes, seats are limited, 250 general admissions, but there's still open spots to bring cars. So the pit passes are limited to a reasonable number. We'll say that. So, yes. All right, we got.
We are ready to go. Okay, after this is over, we will take a camera and we will show you.
We'll just show them on live. We can pan them across there. Hey, Bill, can we have it back over here, sir?
Really close up. We need to show.
We'll do it right there. We're going to get close. We're going to set it, you know. Look at that. You see your names and numbers on there? Let's see here. It's backwards what I'm doing, and it's stalled. So there's the sheet number 1. Sheet number 2.
Yeah, you see here on the bottom, this gentleman spent over $1,000 buying a brand new Schrade engine, and so he got 25 spots. So he's 26 through 50.
Herman Prock.
Out of Miss California.
We appreciate that. Look at that. All of those, all the way down. Look at that. So we'll do this on random.org, and then the number will be pulled. So it'll be numbers 1 through 63.
That is correct. You can see we got it set up. 1, whoa, you got to go up. 1 to 63. So we do not care who wins. We wish you all luck. And no, if you don't win today, we're going to ask you some questions, and you can have a chance to win some parts at Minnesota Throwdown. Yes.
So now here's the thing. So there's 3 parts being given away tonight. So first prize is choice. Second prize is choice of the other 2. Third prize is you don't get a choice. You get whatever the stuff that's left over, but it's still awesome.
It's all good.
Still awesome.
All right, so here we go.
I need a pen that works. Somebody stole my darn working pen.
There's a pen.
That one sucks.
That's okay. We don't have a good pen.
No, we don't have a good pen. I'll just I'm going to cut myself. I'm going to do this in blood. I don't have AIDS.
Okay. So what happens is if you are the first selected number, get on to Track Shot Live tonight.
Yep.
Put your name, your phone number, your address, so I can get a hold of you, and then we will find out how to mail it, get it all mailed off to you. So that's what you got to do. So now my phone's shut. Oh, come on.
Gumby is not very technical, just as I am. That's what I like it when Decker's around and Bill's around and other people, because they make us look good with the technical stuff. So we appreciate that.
Oh, it says swipe to get back on. So here we go.
In Gumby's secret code for his phone, if you ever find his phone, you got to get on it. It's 259. Okay.
Okay. Here. Thank you. All right. So we are 1 to 63. Everybody vouches 1 to 63. First winner of whichever part you want is number 40.
40. Who's the lucker number 40?
40 is 26 through 50. So it's Mr. Herman Prock. Herman Prock, you are the first winner of parts today. So you not only did you get a new engine, you might have bought something to help dress it up a little bit, because those engines do not come with headers. So you could possibly do that. Bill, do you have a pen? Do you have a? We get a pen in the back. Can you get us a pen?
Can you find us a pen? Yeah.
Pen.
This pen was working for a little while, and now it's lamed out on us. 2 Mad Dogs? All right, we're taking 2 Mad Dogs out of that last seat. So Stan McDonald got it, and number 19.
Stan McDonald was 07, and 19 was Dale Piper in the Doba.
You called it.
We called that one. And I said, who was the runner-up? Stan McDonald. So that's who I was thinking,
I think this is rigged. What do you got going on here, Gumby?
I was calling him and letting him know.
Yeah, jeez. I gotta watch this guy up here.
You see all the exchange of money I had going on?
I know, look at that pocket, you know.
I just bought you something that we're not eating over here.
So it's something.
Okay, so we know who number 1 was. Here we go, number 2. Car number 18.
18. That is
Chase Lane Herbst. Chase Lane, Herbst. So congratulations, Chase. You got second option. And third option is 30.
Number 30. My goodness, Herman won twice.
Oh, buddy, there you go, Herman. Congratulations. I know. I mean, you shouldn't only be able to win once, but you spent a lot of money to have multiple numbers.
When you have that many numbers, you can win.
You go buy 500 lottery tickets, you got, there you go. So
yeah, if you win $1 on the first lottery ticket, that doesn't mean that the rest of them are garbage, So you always got chances to win. So this is kind of something fun and new, and this was an awesome idea that you had, Gumby. This it's. When you were telling me about it and explaining it to me, and you said about the 950 messages you had to go through and everything like that, I'm thinking to myself, I'm happy he's taking care of that.
Well, you might have to do some of her Minnesota throwdown.
I should have stuck my foot in my mouth right there.
We'll assist you with that. But again, we're great, thankful for those two wonderful individuals that supported our sponsors and everybody else that supported. And again, it's not over. You're going to have a chance tonight to have 962 more messages that I have to go through again.
Let's make it 1,500, you guys. We got to figure out what we're going to do for the question and how you're going to go in and check this stuff out and everything. So I mean, that's kind of the cool thing with it and having fun with it. But you guys, we talk about all these other people out there that help us out. All these other vendors and stuff. You know what? I mean, if you're a vendor out there and you make, cups, vinyls, door plates, any of that stuff, and you guys want to be part of it, we've had other people help in different ways throughout the year, and we've had fun with it. But, get a hold of us. Talk to us about this. I mean, we're not asking for $5,000. We're not asking for $500. We're just trying to get everybody's name out there so that if we can bring a lot of people across your website into your venue to buy your parts and to help us out in the Derby world, that's what we're looking for.
And the one thing we're telling everybody is you make us work for you because we want it to be successful for you. If it's not, we don't want you to come on board.
No.
If we're not able to help you sell parts or if you're in the insurance industry, sell insurance, we might be not your group of people. We want to help you.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
by us helping you, you're helping us because we have buyers that are spending with you, so it's good.
We want to have fun with it. I mean, fun. That's what we want to have, a family fun atmosphere, and that's what it is. Just having a good time. So no, that's the amazing thing. And I'm sitting here looking around the stands to think that they sold 4,000 people in here, and there is so much elbow room in here. I mean, I think you could have sold another 2,000 and still been comfortably safe, social distancing. Self-safe social distancing. And
it's a tongue twister.
It is. But I mean, where we're at with what's going on in society and our culture and everything like that, our hands are tied with many different things. So we just try to do the absolutely best that we can and just go forth.
And I will say, after today, being told your guys aren't wearing masks, you got to get them. If you're asked to wear a mask and you go to an event, if that's in Minnesota Throwdown in a couple of weeks, please wear your mask.
Yeah, courtesy. Courtesy.
You've got to do it because if not, I don't know if next week we had another show here, they'd give it to us right now. So
and also that's here in Utah. You guys had the biggest breakout in one day since the start of this. Was it yesterday or the day before?
We were averaging between 200 and 300 people a day for the last month. And then 3 days ago, we had 962, and then the day after, 1,100. And instantly, they're like, full state mask thing. It's like, oh, no, please, let's not get back there. But hopefully, if we can just all wash our hands and wear the mask just for a little while. Let's get this thing behind us because how many of us want to get back to not the new normal? I want to be back to – remember when we went up to Montana to that show?
Sydney, Montana.
Caleb putting on that great show. We'll call out Caleb. He did a fantastic
great job.
show.
And here last week, and he did it again. Great organized show.
Good guys that care about their drivers. And we went up to that show, and it felt normal. And it was like, this is so cool.
But, it's like, okay, so you and Bryce jumped out of that van, and we knew that there's stuff going on across the country that we should probably be careful of. We shook hands, and you gave me a huge hug, and it's like, miss you, brother. Good to see you. So it doesn't matter. I don't take this the wrong way. It doesn't matter what people's opinions are of it out there and anything like that. I have my opinion. Gumby has his opinion. Let's just be safe. Let's just do what they want us to do. Let's get this behind us. But you know what? Through all of this, let's do the best that we possibly can as people and do great things. Keep derbying. Keep being positive. I always joke around, don't eat boogers. But I mean, seriously, it's like, you know, just let's get through this. Let's get this behind us. And as we look back at 2020, we're going to look back at these venues and these promoters and these derby parts, you know, vendors that have supported and tried to do great things for us. And we're going to remember that in 2021 is only going to make us stronger as a culture and a group.
It is, and I echo exactly on that. And I say, if you have the opportunity and the ability, support your local shows.
Yeah.
Support your parts vendors, you know, because they're all struggling, and you want them to be around next year when we get back to the normal.
And our normal may never be exactly the same, but you know what? We're still going to do awesome things and keep going forward. So.
Absolutely. We want to fill. So, oh boy, this heat looks good.
This heat's going to be a fun one. It'll be interesting to see which direction some of this stuff goes.
Car number 2, Don Harder. Don Harder is one of the old timers that's been around for probably driving for 30, 40 years out here in the West. He's from up in Gillette, Wyoming. That's right. This is only the second show of the year, but he's got a lot of wins under his belt. Very good driver. 88 is Caleb Dean, and he's coming out of Roscoe, Texas. We have somebody from Texas here.
That's one of Derek's buddies right there.
Very nice built Cadillac. Oh, where's this car coming from? I bet you anybody on air, I won't say anything for a minute, but look at the car and post, where do you think this car is from? I'm not going to tell you. That's going to be one of our questions.
There we go. There's our
question. If you get this right,
just look at the car, what state did he come from or what region. You should be able to, there's some hints on that car. Is that not correct?
There's some dead giveaways on that thing. So you figure that out, but we'll give him credit later on as to where he's from and driving out of and everything like that. But everybody at home, that is a question. You get on Track Shot and you figure out where car number 47, what region he is from.
And we tell everybody, you know, it's fun. You can look at a car and you could tell almost precisely where they're, because they build things differently in each region. And car number 2 was Zeb Hansen. That is the original Twilla Outlaws. He was the 25th car here signed up, and we gave him $1,000 tonight because he was out of the $1,000 bracket. And we're like, we can't send 24 out of the 25 drivers home. It's like, that's not fair.
That just doesn't seem right.
Let's give him $1,000, you know. And so that was awesome. 169 or X69 Wyatt Larson, and then another 72. Do you like these early 70s?
I like them. You can, with this set of rules out here, you can tie them together properly, and a lot of people walk past them 71 and 72s. I think they're hard cars.
And that's car number 25, Rhett Beard, and then car number 83 is Max Hernandez. Oh, and then if I use the word Godfather, well, you don't. I'm not going to give you a number. What's the Godfather mean to you?
The worst problem of it is I come from the Central States. That's EPR where I come from.
The Godfather?
The Godfather across out here, you got Troy Tagg, you know, Vallejo, California. Great guy, fun guy to know. You know, Troy their family is just a great asset from the West Coast over here to the Derby world. But, you know, Craig Lemminger is the original Godfather back in the Central States.
Lemminger.
Yep, Lemminger. EPR, the father of EPR right there. You know, he is, you know, but I would say you got to have multiple Godfathers across the country, but no doubt about it, Troy Tagg owns the West Coast for sure. I want to see what happens here. I wonder if they're going to go after the Godfather right away because they know he's going to be at the end.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see because they know going in the main event, if there's 4 or 5 of those, it's going to be a hard out. So.
No, it is. It's going to be ugly. But, you know, the thing of it is you cannot take away the driving from Troy Tagg. He is a wheel man.
He'll school you.
You and I want you to take a look at the back of Troy's car. He's got great big wide skid loader tires on there to float across this lighter soil.
Well, so far we've got a lot of people saying a state in mind about window nets, and then they said, and turnouts. So there's a whole lot of people already in the Minnesota Throwdown waffle, let me tell you.
There we go. Keep them coming on in, you guys. We appreciate it. That's what we call fun.
And if you're, listen.
We got some issues we got to take care of here, so Gumby's got to go do some professional work for stirring dirt here. We got some mask issues and stuff like that are being pointed out in many different directions here, so we got to go correct things here. They're being very, very strict and positive about it, so absolutely. Jeremy Johnson was the original EPR. There we go. There we go. Troy Tagg's lighting it up there, making some hits. Number 2's breaking off right there.
He's not, you can tell, look at him. He's grabbing his helmet and he's like shaking his head. They might want to check car number 2. He's not, a little queasy maybe.
You know what, we throw shout outs to people and stuff like that, but you know what, when you get a shout out like this right here, Carly Hearn, man, he lost his mother here in February. He's loves watching Skinny and Decker and us just doing what we do, having fun, and he says that the Derby world and everything just helps him battle depression and stuff like that. And when we hear stuff like that, that is exactly why we do what we do. Sacrifice time from our family and friends to travel to give this to you guys back at home. So, you know what? Thanks so much. That I got goosebumps when I read that kind of stuff.
If you ever need somebody to talk to, give us one of us a call. That's awesome.
Yes, we are.
And if you're ever at one of the shows, and hopefully in the next year or so we'll be at a show near you, please come, sit down, interview with us, and have some fun. I'm glad we're able to help bring a little bit of joy, and maybe not joy, but take your mind off it.
Absolutely.
Because that's what's all, you need to have a place to release and get away from. And it was, you say it was his mom?
Yes.
Yeah, I lost my dad a year ago, and it takes a while, and so it was good to have something to take your mind off it. So.
And you know, the thing of it is if you ever see any of us at any event anywhere, don't ever be shy to come up and shake our hands. Don't ever be shy to come up and talk to us. We are just like you. I mean, we are.
We'll be mad at you if you don't.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just foolish people that talk. That's what we are, and we're just having fun doing what we're doing, and we just appreciate you guys listening to us.
Yep. We're just trying to spread the greatest show on earth to everybody. You look at the back end of Troy's car. Is that not just packing perfectly?
Oh, it's just textbook.
It's to the point where it's so wadded up that it can't go much farther. His wheels are clear. Shoot, he's running a good 27,850 on the back of that thing.
Yeah.
And he's got all sorts of room.
Number 47, Jeremy Frederick, he has got some sparks just flying out of that thing. We'll tell a little history about that right there. We talk about destination derbies and everything like that. And this destination derby is for him and his family. They loaded a derby car up in a Mazda on a trailer, and they're traveling across the country seeing beautiful landmarks to come down here in Derby in the beautiful state of Utah here in Salt Lake at the State Fair, and they're going to take their time driving back home and seeing everything on the way back. So as we speak of destination derbies, this man is living it with his family. That is so awesome. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for supporting, Stirring Dirt and Track Shot Live.
And I'll tell you, one of the funnest things to do is, I don't know how many people tonight watch shows. The only time they go to a derby is their hometown, which is awesome. That's what I did for years. But if you ever have the opportunity, watch some of these small town USA shows that we're putting on, and take the opportunity to go see some of the sites. Last week we were up in Bonners Ferry, Idaho, and I can tell you, other than the smoke, it was a beautiful, wonderful lakes, cabins you can go stay in, the Glacier National Park. So take the opportunity, take your family, go to a derby. You'll be able to get on after the first of the year USA Derby Ticks and find out derbies across the country, where they're located, and plan a vacation around a derby and go see one.
Absolutely, and that is our goal, is to bring Track Shot Live to small town USA and just show what is out there that the normal average demolition derby guy would not see.
Exactly.
We want to show these small town USAs off. And I mean, with the North Dakota and South Dakota show at Mott and Mobridge, showing off and just capitalizing on those two beautiful cities, and what was all out there to offer is just amazing. So that is our goal.
And isn't it great that you're probably seeing stuff that you've never seen before? I am.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've been to Utah here different times, but when you come down here and you get to see different parts of Utah, like when you guys had me come down to Wasatch and help, that was a blast last year, and that was a part of the Utah that I've never seen before. So
up in Heber City, that's a beautiful place.
Beautiful.
Yep. You go up there by Park City and go hang out up there.
No, absolutely. Like going over to Decker's Land over there in New York.
It's not all like New York City?
No, hell no.
I've only, New York City is what I know New York.
Yeah, I didn't know that they had, great big hardwood mountains up there and stuff like that. So no, that's the truth of it. And that Morris, New York is a town of maybe 800 people or so. And it's like they were so happy to have us there. It was just great.
Yeah, we went up to the San Filippo show a few years ago, and it is a completely different part of New York. Instead of concrete mountains, you got big, beautiful trees and rolling hills, and it's just not even comparable.
It's funny, it seemed like every town that we went into, you come down a great big hill and you burn up Josh's brakes in his wagon, and then you climb out of the hill and you kick them 4 barrels down and beat the hell out of his wagon. Oh, it was just a blast. I mean,
I heard you told him you drove it like driving Miss Daisy.
Well, I didn't want him to punch me in the nose. Skinny knows how I drove that thing. We figured her out. We figured out how to get the 4 barrels opening up properly. I think he drives it like Miss Daisy. That's why it was all plugged up.
Needed to clean her out, huh?
Yeah, well, we cleaned the hell out of that thing, let me tell you.
It's good to hear. Somebody needs to. Somebody needs to.
You know what? That number 83 over there, I'll tell you what. He didn't have much car, but they have tore him apart, and he has not given up. He is battling to the end. He may not be a mad dog, but I tell you what, he deserves something.
He drove all the way from Oregon.
Oh, wow.
Oregon. It's funny, is last week over in Bonners Ferry, there was a bunch of people from Washington, because there has not been one derby this year in Oregon, Washington, or California. They've canceled everything. And so these guys are all looking for places to come run and have the experience.
Well, I mean, in, Portland, you can't do anything in Portland other than, pillage and, lock yourself in camps in the city. That stuff, it's tough. We were talking with some different people from Washington, and they're telling us that everything is on lockdown over there because of, certain small areas, and they just can't do anything. And it's really tough. It's hard to say because these guys just want to get out and do what they love. I mean, there's fishermen and stuff like that we were talking to, and they're telling us all about it. And we were talking about making a trip over there and buying some cars from them, and they said don't. They said come over when this stuff lightens up so we can show you our state. And that's just heartbreaking.
You know what? I just noticed it's fun to watch with Miss Dawn out here. Is when he makes a hit, he reaches down, he grabs his shifter, old school shifter, and moves it forward. I'm like, He's not got one of them nice ski Narrett shifters or all these other ones that people make that are so wonderful, but he's got his own homemade shifter there, and it's, oh.
I'll tell you what, how many derbies did you run with an old push-pull shifter?
My last one that I ran was 2 years ago.
I tell you what, how many times did they fail?
They never fail. They're the most reliable. Well, I didn't tighten the nut once, and the nut did fall off, and the shifter fell through the hole and landed on the ground. I'm like, this ain't good.
Imagine that. Gumby's got loose nuts.
Oh, you went there. Did you? Okay, Skinny, shut up. No.
That's a low blow now, sir.
I tell you, I'm looking to get even on that one. Troy's Tag's trunk's not going to move again.
No.
When it goes to the scrapper, that's how it's going to look. It's just not going to move.
You know, the whole thing is when you get everything manipulated in and tied in and locked in, everything is now starting to do what it's supposed to be doing.
Oh, that's a teeth rattler right there.
That was, I think he heard pipes coming, old number 25, but I don't think he was expecting that.
And he just pulled his flag, so it's down to 3. You got Don Harder still with time down there.
And he's down there just trying to work what he can do.
And you got wheels facing both different directions, so and that's the sad thing. It would have been fun to see what he could do with good steering.
Yeah.
Nothing that makes you feel crazier when you have a car still running out here and you can't move. So do we have any questions that we need to answer, or are we just...
Oh, Don, he got wiggled out of there. They're going to call it right there. Just too much time sitting down there.
All right. That'll be interesting to see who gets the most aggressive driver out there now.
I tell you what, mine's going towards that 88 Caleb Dean. He was throwing them hard hits on there. I would give the bummer award though to 83 though. I think he deserved it. That guy drove.
Driving all the way from Oregon is the crazy thing.
Yeah.
I plopped down over here in the back seat. I'm taking a back seat to Tixie right now.
Well, it's funny that we're at the same height now. You sitting down and me standing. We're at the same height here now. So
we talked about that earlier in the evening, that if we stood for this whole thing, we'd have to hang the sign at an angle
to see. Oh, we got professional. Yeah.
83. You need to give him some parts. Holy hell.
Yeah, well, we've just been saying that for 83. It's like we need a bummer award. We need to give this guy something right there. So here we go. We got Johnny Gullo steps in, and he is more excited about 83 than we were, but he's thinking the same dang thing, that we need to give that man something because he was in a tough heat and he got tore apart. All right, we're going to get 83 up here. We're going to interview him, and he has no idea what he's going to get, but we are going to. Gumby's just going to start rifling stuff at him. If Gumby lets me give him stuff, I'm giving him everything. He deserves it. But
we're going to hold you back a little.
We're going to see. Gumby's going to hold me back here. But no, that was absolutely. So we're calling him 83. What is his name again?
Car number 83 is Max Hernandez.
Max Hernandez, great run. That was absolutely amazing. You took shot after shot and you just kept going and you wheeled that thing till there was nothing left. Congratulations on that. You know, Troy Tag, the Godfather, pulling out. He is going to the show. He's got her. And Caleb is Caleb Dean, number 88, out of Roscoe, Texas, is the other one going to the feature there. So we'll have to see who got the hard hitter out of that. We don't know for sure on that one. We're waiting to hear on that. Gumby's lining up the shelf here for giveaways. I like it. Come on, keep going. Quit being cheap, sir. So he's over there. I got him baffled. He's thinking so hard now. You know, he wants to make sure it's enough because he doesn't want Tix to ridicule him on, all over the place when he's up here. So.
You want to interview?
Yes, absolutely.
I'll get parts ready.
Yeah.
So you give me a job.
Yeah, it's funny when you give the boss something to do. It's like, hey, Gumby, what are you doing? Do something. Come on, get on here. All right, we got a good interview here coming up here. So step on in. Who do we got here?
Chris Schrade.
Chris, hey, so Schrade, this is the motor guy. This is the West Coast motor guy. Where exactly are you out of?
Pocatello, Idaho.
Okay, so I met you at Vegas for the first time. Johnny introduced us. We talked some motors and stuff like that. It was really great. Just kind of hearing the different things that we had going on. And it was just fun hearing the R&D that you're doing and what you're trying to do for the Derby Worlds. Why don't you start off? Tell us a little bit of the history of your company.
Well, I was thinking about it on my way down here. What do you say and how do you tell people how this started? And I look back, and it's actually been 40 years ago. I was a freshman in high school, and a buddy of mine had an old Chevy pickup, and he bought a Fireball camshaft, and it took us a week to put it in there. And that's how it all, you start at the very bottom, and you work your way up. And as it progressed and as things went on, and then I got into stock car racing, and as most engine builders do, it's always a friend says, hey, I'm tired of looking at your back bumper. Would you build me a piece? And, really honestly, over the last 30 years, it just kind of grew and grew and grew. And mostly in, off-road trucks, and we were doing tractor pullers and mud boggers and street rods and a lot of circle track stuff. And then Dave Cotter's a friend of mine up in Idaho. He and I are, he's from Pocatello. And, I drove Dave's first Derby car. I had raced the night before, and then I just showed up to watch, and I ended up driving Dave's car. Didn't do very well, but it was a fun time, good time. Dave, we went different directions, and I've done some pieces for Dave, and then with Johnny and everybody else, and then Dalton and some other guys would come along. And I personally think that the Derby world is the future. I'm not kidding. I've been around everything. And it's a great show. You can run anywhere. You guys can set up like we did in Vegas. They shut up in a casino parking lot. You derby, you take it down, you leave. And so my involvement has been really honestly since I was a kid. I love cars, love racing. I can't get enough of it. This deal tonight, for all of us to be able to be here, enjoy this, like you guys were saying, I heard a little bit earlier, for people to get out and feel normal. The sale right now, okay, so I'm not giving him any airtime. I'm up here just running my mouth.
Hey, I want the history. You need to know the history.
So and we did meet in Vegas, and and I just, the development of these Derby cars, these guys are phenomenal builders. I have a lot of friends, in the circle track world, and I'm telling them, I'm like, gosh dang, these guys just work their butts off. These cars are so impressive to go out there, run a show like this. That deal in Vegas, 3 days on the same car, unbelievable. I had friends down there at the dirt track that were racing that week, and guys were kind of coming over and peeking over the fence, and they were having a good time. But the engine development part of this is, as we talk about it, every form of racing has a different format that you need to run. This Derby world, you can see it. You can over horsepower tracks. You can give a guy too much. It's just something that progresses as you go along.
So now you've got your R&D going on, and you've got this I don't want to call it an entry-level engine because it's beyond entry level. So tell me a little bit about your we'll just say entry-level engine. I don't want to say economical because it ain't no corners cut. Tell us a little bit about that and what the price is.
Well, the stage one is, I do like what you say. I do like an entry-level piece. That doesn't offend me at all. I think that a guy that comes in, you want as many guys as possible running. You want new people to show up. You want to keep the sport growing. And so that stage one engine is, like you said, it's you're not cutting corners, but you're getting a GM block, you're getting GM heads, rotating something. But you pull some, give some guys some good tricks. It's a flat tappet cam. It's top to bottom air cleaner to oil pan. You put your own pulleys on it, your headers. It's $3,500.
$3,500, and this is a proven motor, folks. This is a motor that's been out there, and there's plenty of people, especially over here on the West Coast, that have been running these things. Very proven, very nice looking product. And if you want to take to the next level, you've got the next level, and I've heard that motor out there. Mac ran one. Stan McDonald had one tonight, and it ran great. It sounded great, and it was crisp. Tell us about that one.
The Stage 2 is an upgrade, so now you still have a factory block, but now everything internal is aftermarket. So you've got either Eagle or Scat rotating assembly. It's a full roller, dart heads. It's that thing's $6,000, air cleaner to oil pan, same thing, put your pulleys and headers on it. I'm trying to keep this package as simple as possible. I want to see as many guys running as we can get them here.
And so when you get to the upper end of the motor, the top side of the motor, that's where you normally have a lot of failures in your valve train and stuff like that, correct?
You nailed it.
And so at that point, that's basically where you're taking that next level is you're stepping into the valve train. You're getting into more proven parts. You're getting into parts that will take the abuse a little bit more, like say the Scat and the Eagle. And that's going to be a balanced, lightened, rotating assembly that'll take the hits and everything like that. I'm sorry, you should be telling it, not me.
No,
you're
great.
I was going to say, you're a salesman
I'll give you some money here.
But so that's kind of the key. And then, obviously, if you want to go beyond that wild side and you want to do custom, I know you do custom stuff.
I do.
If the sky is absolutely the limit. We used to always joke about it. The sky's the limit. The pocketbook is where we stop. Or how much you are willing to fight with your wife about. I mean, that's
you've been around motorsports, obviously.
Do you tell the wife?
And
no.
and you nailed it. It has to be. I try to make it as cost effective as possible. If you can go totally exotic, you could give a guy a $25,000 piece. Does it help him out there? I can't say it does. You guys know more about that than I do. But I think that if you can give somebody a really competitive package, that's a Stage 2 out there tonight, that Mac has, and those are pieces that really prove themselves.
And
but just like you said,
doesn't
it's right. And it's a $6,000 piece. I do custom stuff. We can do 283s. We can do guys ask me all the time, what about a 406? I'll do whatever you want. Yep. 377. That Stage 2, I offer that in a 355 and a 383. There are people who want it. It's the same price. So and those are winning. But like you said, the Stage 1s are knocking people out of the arenas. They're flipping guys in Vegas. And the Stage 2s are.
There's been a little misinformation tonight.
Uh-oh.
The misinformation is this: is if you buy one of those motors from Chris by next Friday at midnight, so he might call you at 11:59, that it's $250 off. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay,
we'll do that.
There's a little bit of misinformation. I just had to straighten you guys up.
I didn't know nothing about that. I'm letting Chris tell us everything about it, and then So yeah, there you go, $250 off. So I mean, it's even getting better priced at that. So I mean, so there's plenty of things out there. There's options. If you got questions, concerns, get a hold of Chris. His information is all over. Look him up online, Facebook. You can see everything out there. Talk to him. I guarantee you're going to call and you're probably going to talk to Chris. You're going to get the answers that you need. So, from us at Track Shot Live, we appreciate everything that you do, the sponsors that you throw at us, the believing in what we're doing and want to be part of what we're doing. We can't thank you enough for that, because without great people like you, it almost makes it impossible for us to do what we're doing.
I appreciate everything.
No, we're going to have fun, and yeah.
I appreciate all this. I love being a part of this. I appreciate all of it. I got to tell you, I mean, everybody out there right now that this really is the future. I love everything to do with cars, from hot rods to, derby car, everything. But I truly just believe that you guys have just got a package right now that is 21st century that's just going to keep this thing going. And I just enjoy being here, and my customers have all been great. One thing I want to tell everybody is I'm always a phone call away. I'm a text away. You can message me on Facebook, whatever. I'm going to help you.
That's perfect, and that's what we love about it, Chris. From Stir and Dirt to Track Shot and everything, we thank you for everything, and appreciate your time, man. Enjoy the rest of the show, buddy.
You too.
Hey, $250
Thanks.
off.
Great.
Remember that.
You
Get
can-
on
Next Friday.
Next
But-
Friday,
and-
get on there.
and
$250.
if you buy one, you get 25 tickets, which Herman Prock won 2
Twice.
items.
Herman,
That was-
yep,
yes.
he did. So,
And so you get 25 into the Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota Throwdown is where the next drawing is going to be given away. Let's buy a bunch, but I might buy a motor. I think I need a new motor. I've been looking at them. You know, you ship to Minnesota. I mean, you ship anywhere in the country, so it doesn't matter if you're in California, Florida, Minnesota, Canada, whatever. Canada dollars are a little different than U.S. dollars. We'll figure that out, but we can ship them anywhere. So let's not be shy. Get on there and let's do this. Let's buy some motors, guys.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, thanks,
Thanks
guys,
for
for having
Thanks
me.
again for everything. All right, man. We have got. Get on up here. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to have you on the TV portion of it here. But I tell you what, who do we got here?
We have Max Hernandez.
Max Hernandez.
And where are you from?
Prineville, Oregon.
Oh, he's on live.
Oh, he is down. All right, Max. Hey, we here at Track Shot Live in Stir and Dirt want to thank you for not giving up. You used every bit of that car. You didn't know who was going to hit you other than everybody, and you never gave up. Dude, that was sick. I loved it. I was cheering on that town.
And I understand you're a very experienced driver. Is that that the truth to that?
I started in 2009 in Elko, Nevada, with my brother, and then when it ended, I was continuing in my hometown, Prineville, which was held in Redmond, Oregon, on Father's Day. So I've been doing that since 2011. And this is my first Stern Dirt Derby.
Well, welcome, and we're glad to have you here. So, we felt bad about you breaking some of those parts, but that happens. So, we're going to try to help you out. So, we've got 2 different kinds of motor mounts. Both of them are here.
SBS mounts. They've got a tall stand and a short stand.
Yeah, now SBS Mounts is one of our sponsors tonight. We're going to be giving some of these down at the Minnesota Throwdown. Minnesota Throwdown. So you have a choice. These are designed so if you need your engine to sit up a little higher over the engine cradle, you got the 350s. We got those, or we got the lows. These are more considered the standards. So you get to pick and choose which style you want. Also, we're going to give you a set of wheel centers that you can put in a set of wheels.
Okay.
And SBS Welding is going to give you a nice dual battery box.
Sweet.
So those are the things you have an opportunity to take home and use at another time. And we appreciate you coming and putting on a great show.
Yeah. That was, the best part about it is it's hard to tell somebody not to hit somebody out there, but to have such a great competitor like you that just kept fighting all the way through as an experienced driver, it was top notch. We appreciate that. The crowd loves it. Everybody at home loves it. It was awesome. Like I say, I'm a town car fan, but it just unfortunately.
What's funny is the whole heat. Tixie's up here going, that car. We got to get him, hard luck or something, because, you were getting beat on, steering or something went out, and you got over in that corner, and they were pounding you pretty good. He goes, but he's worked his butt off all heat wrong. And I'm not lying. You guys can play this video back. Yeah. Tixie was talking about it. And you did such a great job, and you need to be rewarded. You might not be being rewarded with a second or third or a chunk of money from that. You do get your $1,000 for showing up, which is a great thing. But we're going to give you something, and if you have one of these, you can always trade, barter, do stuff with it to, help you get something else you need.
Hey, do you want to give a thank you? I mean, who helped you get here?
So I want to thank you, my brother and my nephew, for building the car for me. I couldn't do it without them. My nephew was in the heat too, and he worked just as hard.
Okay, your nephew where's he from?
He's from Elko. His name's Sean Williamson.
Gosh darn it! Here, Jiminy Crickets.
Boy.
Would you please go give Sean one of these sets of? You're killing me, man. I'm okay. Did you bring any other family members?
No, it was just us two.
But who do you got at home? You should tell them a good story about somebody at home. So, here you go. We're gonna get the soccer going here also here. So we've got this starting. But once again, we want to just give you a big thanks for putting on that great show for the crowd, for everybody here, everybody at home, and absolute safe travels back home. And
we hope to see you in our adventures. You never know, we might be in your. Hey, watch the rest of this episode tonight, and when you do, you're going to hear an opportunity for us to come to your hometown.
Absolutely.
Sign that show up, so maybe you'll see us come see you.
Yeah,
that would be absolutely the best. We want to come to Small Town USA and enjoy stuff, and something like, if you guys drive like that up at your neck of the woods, we'd love to see it.
There's a few drivers that do. Some of them do put on a pretty good show. So.
Well, it's all supposed to be fun. Oh, they got the soccer ball stuck over on the edge there.
Did they score? They must have scored.
Oh.
They scored. Who scored? BYU, Utah. See, here in Utah, it's BYU, Utah, and I'm cheering for BYU. I mean, I got my face mask, everything. I am sporting. So.
He's wearing the underwear, too.
That I am. You know, you're not lying. So, but thank you.
What
style do you want? This is what generally most people run, but if you run like a Buick, you know, Olds, Pontiac Buick Olds, and you need to get that motor
up a little higher.
You know, the bigger, taller ones help.
I think the smaller ones will work. I've been running a lot of Lincolns.
Oh.
Okay, yep.
There you go.
There you go.
SBS, we want to thank you guys for what you guys have done here. You are sending some great products out there to Oregon, and you guys have an absolute safe trip back. Don't forget, I don't know if you're going to be able to fix your car and come out for the wipeout, but how about your nephew? How's his car looking?
I didn't get a chance to look at it. I don't know if it is savable for the grudge match. So.
Well, we'll watch. If it is, we'll say we already gave you some wheels. No, it's all good. But, hey, thanks for coming.
Hey,
and
thanks
again. Thank you guys for putting on a good show.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it, man. Like I say, make sure the family's at home watching it. And
I hope they are. I'll let them all know.
Yeah,
hey, but if not, you can watch it tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow you can still watch it. And guess what? It's still free tomorrow.
Okay.
So, hey, safe travels once again. We appreciate the heck out of it. Thanks for the support, buddy.
Thank you.
Do you need a hand with that? Bryce is more than happy to help you. You like that? You like that out there? It's like, I'm so willing to give Bryce. Hey, Bryce will help you carry that. You know what? Hey, he'll go change the tire on your derby car quick too. Bryce is good at this stuff. All right. Yeah, we apologize for the next raffles coming up. Gumby has no more.
We're gonna have to be like, okay, envision this part. You know, we've got parts that we're supposed to be giving away, but they just left the house.
Yep.
But you know, it went to something really cool.
That was so awesome that everybody on the track thought the same darn thing that we were thinking up here. So.
Well, you know, the crazy thing is, you know, if I wouldn't give his cousin some, I'm like. You know, it's like,
yeah, Gumpy's
you know,
a horrible person.
Yeah, you know, you should have gave us. I should have said, "Hey, and take a marshmallow." But you know, that was pretty cool. You know, you love to see people, and you know, it makes them know that they're appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So the Team Red here is like kicking the butt out of Team Blue.
You know, that's crazy because you know BYU is such a better team. Now, when they play this back in Utah, I'm going to get a lot of hate mail. Has Utah two? Is it 2-0 Utah?
It is.
I think they go to 3.
The referee vehicle there, I like that. The stripes. I like the oil that's on the bottom of the ball. Somebody drove up over that ball and popped their oil pan.
You know, last year somebody hit it and went all the way over the top and landed on the other side and almost did an endo roll.
Oh, that would have been
awesome.
classic there. Who's the announcer? He was at Vegas. I forgot his name.
Jesse Johnson.
Jesse Johnson. He does a great job out here with this also. He's always...
Score!
Wow, there we go. I guess we're going longer. But Jesse he's done a lot of the Stern Dirt shows.
Yes, he's been our lead announcer for probably 6-7 years now.
Yeah, he does a good job. He does great music choices. He does, you know, he's got a great voice out there, getting the crowd into it and everything. He's a pleasure to have at the venues.
You know what I can't believe is that there's 4,000 people here.
It looks like there's 200.
Yep.
And when you sit there and look around.
So do you sort of want to go on that ride and get flipped upside down right behind the venue? I'm looking at that going,
You know what? I mean, in your guys' culture and religion, is that okay to do stuff like that? Be a thrill seeker?
got nothing else.
All right, let's go. How about you and I, Gumby? We'll go do
I
that.
think right after, we're going to have to go flip upside down for a while.
Yeah, we'll have Bill stay live for that. We'll see. We'll mic up Gumby and I while we're doing this. But so people were kind of asking what the rules are of the soccer game out here. So the whole goal of it is they got the big soccer ball in the middle and they got to push it over to the one corner. And if they get it locked into the corner, that is a point for them. So the stripes out there, the referee vehicle, he is the one that kind of like keep people in charge. I don't know, if he sees you doing something wrong, he's going to come over and punish you with a full track shot probably. So you got to be careful. You got to keep your vehicle in check.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple BYU players down on that left end is not looking too good.
No, they got some wheel issues. They got some steering issues, and looks like the one over there, he's playing goalie. He's blocking their goal. I'm looking at all the weld on the ball. Looks like they got some time into that thing.
Yeah, they've been building it. Last year it was open, and this year they closed it up. So Utah gets to kick off now.
They're counting them down here.
No.
And down goes a tire. Oh, somebody spun out the referee. Is anybody even going at the ball? I think they just want to get the referee.
Where is the ball? I understand that the referee is a new time driver and has never done anything like this in his life, so they're probably just giving him a thrill show here.
Oh, they just spun him out too. It's like, here you go, sunshine.
Isn't that a penalty?
You know
15, 20-yard ejection or something?
I totally Oh, he's on top of the ball. I think that football players should be able to do that to the referees in football, They don't like a call, they go whack them.
Well, that's a whole new, UFC, or not UFC, that'd be WWE football.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. Could you imagine a linebacker coming off the top rope on the referee?
You know what I'm thinking? I wonder if these guys would sell me all the cats for AB Cat Tech.
They got them on them, so they're quiet as heck.
I'm sitting here seeing some nice Toyotas and there's a couple of them that are nice Toyotas and Hondas. There's a Honda over there, and Hondas are a good cat.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, I'm thinking to myself, there's got to be at least $2,500 worth of cats out there, but tell me if I'm wrong, Brad, at AB Cat Tech.
Exactly. I know if I had a choice, which car I'm going to go chase down first for a catalytic converter.
Oh, there we go. They just got that score for Utah.
I think that is it. Brad, these guys probably don't want to haul these cars home. We could probably buy them all for $100 a piece and cut the cats off.
Oh, God, yeah.
You don't have enough time. You got a busy week you got to be home for.
Oh, God, I know. And we got to get back. We got RCR, River City Rampage for Toast Promotions next Friday and Saturday down in Henry, Illinois.
I really need to get down and see a Toast production. I've never seen a Toast show before.
Are you serious?
Never seen a Toast show.
Oh, my goodness. That's Gumby. That's all. You're like, that's it. I'm walking off. I can't handle being next to you anymore.
Just give me the info, and I'm going to have to travel down and see one.
There we go. All right, then.
I hear rumors that there might be something in cold, frigid weather that's tied to Toast, right?
We are looking at something for that. We're figuring we're going to go there. So we got all kinds of fun things that we're working on. And actually, Gumpy, don't you have to get going there, sir? Isn't it your turn next?
Is it my turn? Oh, no, we got a grudge match.
Do we got a grudge match and then it's you? I can't even find you. You messed up all the notes up here now. He was all organized for a short period of time there.
You know,
that's right.
It doesn't take me long to get thrown off.
Not
at all.
Yes, we got the grudge match, and then it's going postal.
We do want to talk about a couple sponsors that are giving away stuff so you can win. Number one, you have a chance to win into the raffle by telling where that Lincoln Continental was from. And I know a lot of you guys are already in the raffle.
Yes.
And I'm going to be writing a lot of numbers down for that,
yes.
which is awesome. Congratulations. But SBS Welding. Now, guys, these products that they make are, okay, I'm supposed to
stand back.
Okay, you can't see them. We're right there on the little, see, oh, it works great. SBS Welding is being a proud sponsor. This is his first time on board with TrackShot Live. But he builds battery boxes, wheel centers, and these really taller motor mounts. He is doing a 10% off sale all the way through next Friday. We will put on TrackShot Live. He is small. He doesn't have a website. Okay, grudge match. We have only got 5 cars going in to the. Okay, that's good.
And I believe we're taking 3 out of the grudge match. But let's get back to SBS here.
So SBS is a sponsor. He's got that beautiful battery box that was actually supposed to be going to your show that you just coerced me into giving away to somebody, which was pretty awesome.
My bad.
Hey, and I got another one in the truck, so it's okay. But these motor mounts are amazing. You get 10% off, and I believe that's going to put you at about $72 for a set of motor mounts, which is a very good deal. So give him a call. We'll put his name and number on TrackShot Live site. If you really want to just say, hey, Gumby, I want to get a hold of him, get motor mounts. That battery box is like $90. Please.
The battery box is really nice. It was a very nice welded piece. It had a separator in it for both batteries. You know, put a small piece, something protect the top side of your battery so it's not steel on battery. And it's the product is really nice. The welding is good. Is he on Facebook? I thought I seen him on Facebook.
Good question.
I think I apologize. I thought I seen him on Facebook.
This is a sponsor that came together pretty quick. He sent stuff, and I'm out there pulling stuff out of the truck. And so we will put his information on the site so that you guys can look it up. SBS Welding, Cedar City, Utah. I'm going to give you, I'm going to zoom in on a business card. How's that? His phone number is 480-980-4817, and I will repeat that number a few more times tonight. But it's SBS Welding and Fabrication.
He's got a Gmail account.
He does. His Gmail is sbswelding@gmail.com.
So go on, take a look at this. It's a very nice product and everything like that. And what he is doing to support TrackShot Live is just amazing.
I'm off air.
You were stepping off air, adjusting yourself. So.
Just the pants, the roll keeps the pants pushing down. So I need suspenders or wearing coveralls, one of the two. So, but yes,
eating britches is what we call them.
Is that what you call it?
Eating britches, sir.
And then our other sponsor for the evening again is Elliott Motorsports with the bling bling headers. It's not the bling bling headers because we realize that there are so many different motors and packages you run. You know, all you guys last week that were looking for the 99 Camry 4-cylinder headers that were not on his website, you know, that was to try to get you to go through his site and see everything he does. He does so many sets of headers. And by the way, he does build 99 Camry headers. He just didn't have them on his website yet. So if you need a set of 99 Camry headers, call him and talk to him. He's a great guy. He'll do anything to help you out.
You know, and that's the whole thing with this, you guys, is we're just trying to get some spotlight to some of these vendors that are supporting us and everything. And our door is wide open for more vendors and stuff like that to be part of this with us. So it's just we're just trying to take this whole venue to a whole nother level. And our goal of this venue is, or with what we're doing, is to take it to small town USA.
Correct.
and bring our platform to your small venue and have fun and just kind of do unique and crazy things, and that's where we are.
So with Elliott Motorsports, he is continuing his 10% off sale through next Friday. And what you are buying for and trying to win is he's going to give you a $250 gift card to use on any of his products. So if you need a Camry header that's only $150, you might be able to buy one and save some money for later. So it's not a set of headers. It could be much, much more.
Yes.
So get on, buy something by next Friday. $25 purchase will get you one ticket into the waffle. A $400 or a $400 waffle will get you $400 to $999 will get you 10 tickets, and over $1,000 will get you 25 tickets. As you see, Herman Prock
win 2 times.
2 times score
Two
tonight.
times.
So
yeah,
get on to Elliott Motorsports, buy some headers or something from him.
SBS, don't forget about those guys. They got multiple options of different things. Johnny Gullo sucking down marshmallows.
Yes.
And so no, take a look at all that stuff and make sure when you talk to these people that you're buying parts from and stuff like that, give them compliments. Hey, thanks for supporting Track Shot Live. Thanks for supporting our Derby world. Thanks. Thanks goes a long ways. And a lot of these people just appreciate that, the acknowledgement.
That, and then our last sponsor of the evening is Postal Mopar, one of our favorite. They're just amazing stuff.
Scotty and Matt are amazing guys. They are always on the leading edge of driveline products on the rear. They're always advancing. They're never satisfied with what they got. They're always looking to make it better, and that is what Postal Mopar has always been about. They build some of the sickest rear ends out there, and they are some of the greatest guys. I can't tell you how many times I've sat in their trailer and drank beer and just had great conversation with them.
I've sat in their trailer, but I just haven't drank beer.
Well, I've drank your share. I will guarantee you that
Nothing
part.
Wrong with that. Hey,
but
thank you for doing that.
Yeah, but Scott and Matt, you guys, you get out there and talk with these guys, buy their products, look at their products. Like I say, they are the rear end specialty by far. All of those parts that they make are just high quality, top notch. And you can't. It's cotton and silk.
And the part that they're waffling off is if you get on their site under other items, they have what's called a Fetro steering wheel. It's all metal.
Yes.
Very nice. Not bends. It saves your thumbs.
Yep.
It comes with that and the adapter, or they call it the bracket that attaches to the steering column. So whatever it is, it comes with something else.
It's a package for all of that
It's a package.
Stuff. So
seems like I've almost been drinking the beer.
I'm
losing it a little bit, but that is what is on the waffle. So you've got a $250 gift card from Elliott Motorsports. You have motor mounts. You have a battery box from SBS Welding. You have the steering wheel from Postal Mopar. Those are 3 things that are on the waffle. Also, what else do I want to throw in?
Come on, just keep going. Just don't. Be giving. Just be giving.
For Narrett, I'm going to do another set of the yokes.
Oh, and
Actually, no, I'm not going to do a set of yokes. I'm going to cross over. The great thing is he hasn't told me about this, so if he doesn't agree, I'm going to have to pull it out of my trailer. But I'm going to give a Narrett part away, and I'm going to give away the gas pedal that's got the adjustable throttle.
Oh, that's a beautiful system. I tell you what, I learned that you have to anti-seize that if you leave them sit out over the winter, because I had to heat up my adjustable part for my throttle to get that working nice and loosely for Alexandria a couple weeks ago. But I'll tell you what, that adjustable, my motor started getting hot and it died once on me. I gave 2 turns on that thing, bumped my idle up on that thing, and never died again. So it was an amazing piece that they built years ago.
I think we've got some pretty good parts to give away.
The Minnesota Throwdown is going to be huge. That's going to be awesome with all that stuff. I tell you what, I think Brian should come and vend at the Minnesota Throwdown. We're not that far from you, Brian. I'd love to see you and the wife, and maybe even bring Jason, and get everybody down there. And anybody that wants to come to the Minnesota Throwdown, put it this way: anybody that wants to come to the Minnesota Throwdown and vend, I will let you guys vend for free, because that event is for the drivers. The drivers cannot get out and derby hardly anywhere. You guys come vend for free.
What I've always said, and I can't understand why anybody charges vendors to come into a show, because they bring people to your show, and it makes it an experience. And we do the same thing. Go to these shows.
Yeah.
So, couple questions to get Bryce rolling on his job. He's been slowing down a little over here. Hey,
quit texting my wife also, all right? Don't you have something better to do?
She says hello.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
Tell her that you'll pay the credit card bill this month.
I'm liking this. You guys bonded last night.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah.
If you no, what it is if you buy anything for $25 or more, and it's $25 to $3.99, you get one spot in the drawing. If you have $400 to $999, you get 10 spots in. If you go 1,001 or over, you get 25 spots into the waffle.
And bear with us a little bit. Gumby's not perfect. There may be a couple mistakes.
Hey, if I made a mistake on this last show, call me. I don't think I did, because it took 4.5 stinking hours to go through that.
I was just putting it out there that we know Gumby's not perfect, so just bear with us a little bit. This is a great new thing that we're trying.
You got something to patch the leak you create. I am just,
And Gumby's the nicest guy in the world. He says nothing bad about anybody, but here's ticks. I'll just.
So Postal Mopar, if you get on and tell me the cost of what do we want to talk about?
Let's talk about their Elite 15-bolt rear end. One of the sickest products on the market.
Is this the shaved one?
This is, you got to get on there. I want to know that sick 50, and I believe it's a 15-bolt rear end, if I remember correctly. I can't remember what they call it for 100%, but I believe it is the 15-bolt rear end.
I want to know, you need to tell me what the cost of it is, and tell me 2 other things that are on that rear end, meaning
2 options.
It's shaved,
Options.
is it? Yeah, you give me 2 options.
You're saying
on that.
shaved. I cannot even think about a rear end right now. I'm sorry. Don't say that. Okay, let me get back to. I'm back.
Where did we go? I don't.
No, I know. I know
where you. Okay.
I just got happy feet now.
Hey, eat a marshmallow.
I can't.
No.
I got a sugar fix already. I just said, geez.
Okay, okay. Woo, that went left. Really left here, but no. Okay, so
I'm back right.
15-bolt rear end. Give me the price and 2 options on that.
Yep.
For Elliott Motorsports, I want you to get on his website, and I want you to tell me what the price of an LS inch and 3/4. Okay, I'm going back. Inch and 3/4 set of headers on Elliott Motorsports is.
For an LS.
For an LS. You give us that information. That gives you into the drawing. For SBS Welding, I want you to call him and talk to him about a part. If you call or text him about a part,
send him a text.
Send him a text
and ask him, and just compliment him on his work. I mean, it is amazing work.
You've got an idea. What is your idea, Bryce? Okay, so you're going to help me go through this because
I would say you guys are getting pretty deep on this stuff.
Okay, so anybody that shares Track Shot Live, this live stream tonight, is entered into the drawing. You are going to have so many people in your drawing.
We're going to hopefully that the okay.
This
yeah, but you have to know all the names of everybody. Okay. All right.
Okay.
These guys have got this stuff figured out. I thought they were making it difficult, but the key thing is just go on and love all this stuff, and we're going to have cool things to be given away.
Support them, buy some stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's coming. There's got to be an anniversary. There's got to be Christmas or a birthday.
Oh, absolutely.
Wives, just send a picture that say, honey,
this is what I want. Josh Beal's jumping right away. Hey, you know what is really awesome here also? So Bill's son Ethan is here helping us out with this stuff. So, I mean, this is like a family affair for Bill family. And so Ethan just had his golden birthday.
21 years old.
21 years old, 21st. The golden birthday. I tell you what, mine was a long time ago, but my golden birthday was September 21st. And I had a golden birthday like you wouldn't believe. And you know what I did on my golden birthday? My special golden birthday day, I proposed to my beautiful wife.
On your 21st.
On my 21st birthday.
Well, so how many years have you been married? 20?
Don't ask me that stuff. That's bad, you know. I don't know for sure.
Well, you're asking me bad stuff here, so, I do not feel guilty here at all. So
I'll tell you what, my beautiful wife, we unfortunately missed our first wedding day because she was sick in the hospital fighting cancer. And we had to postpone our wedding and redo it, and that was the best day of my life, was vowing my life to my wife, and it was really cool. But it was cool to.
I've met your wife, and she's an amazingly fun lady.
She's
the life of the party.
She most definitely lives every day to the fullest. There's no doubt about it. But
are your kids like her or like you?
we got a 14-year-old son, and he's like neither one of us. I mean, he is.
So are you happy about this?
I couldn't handle another Billy Joe in my life, So thank God Bugs is the way he is. He ain't like me and he ain't like her. So that boy has got his own personality, and he puts up with two crazy parents, and hopefully we're doing right raising them. So,
well, I'm sure you are. I mean, I see every day everything you only talk about family activities here. So,
we're blessed. We're blessed with so many things like that, and friends and family are the strongest thing in our life, and we're proud. We're proud to have everybody all around us, and we're very fortunate people as that. But it's so it was funny when I heard that Ethan had his 21st birthday and it was his golden birthday, and I'm like, hey, I know
the thing
that.
is, like, man, you're having a totally different experience than I had.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
I mean, you're sitting here planning a wedding, and then your wife or future wife going to the hospital, and that's got to just be oh my goodness.
Oh, it was. I tell everybody that the U of M in Minnesota saved my wife's life, and they were the most pleasing people to help young people through such a hard time of life. They were very giving.
And how long did that process go for?
It was a little over a year from start to finish. I mean, she's a bone marrow transplant survivor. She was in the hospital on her 21st birthday. I mean, so she brought in her 21st birthday in the hospital getting a transplant.
That says a lot about you, because you're always talking about these charitable organizations and getting involved with it, because you have the ability to have empathy for somebody that's going through trials.
Absolutely.
And that's pretty awesome. That cancer is just crazy, but you really roll it into. I mean, you're always talking about, hey, if we do this, we can help out this group, and it's pretty cool to see the empathy and the compassion you have for people that are going through trials. And has, in some ways, that trial that you and your wife went through been a blessing in your life?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, because there's nothing that, I mean, we look at what we went through as young people. There's nothing in life that we can't do together anymore. And it gave us a great opportunity to understand life in different ways at a young age. And I feel that I'm extremely blessed to be able to have that position.
And it taught you how to live life by the fullest, too.
Rock star style.
I mean, if you ever want to go to Vegas, you want to go with this family.
My wife knows exactly how to have fun, and she believes that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Well, do you know why? I finally figured out how it stays in Vegas is you don't remember what happened in Vegas.
Oh, I tell you what. So the funny thing is the first Vegas show we were at, we were in Vegas and we were partying with everybody. Next thing you know, my wife, I never had Facebook. And she told me, I come back and it's like 8:30 in the morning. I decide to roll into bed for a nap. And she's like, she took my phone and she goes, Tixie, how would you explain our relationship? I go, complicated. And so next thing you know, she puts me on Facebook and she puts we're complicated is my status of relationship. And so next thing you know, I'm walking down Fremont Street. And I've got people come, hey, Tixie, friend me on Facebook. I friended you. I'm like, I don't have Facebook, dude. Billy Joe's got it. No, see, look at this. And I'm like, what the hell? I don't know what this is, So everybody is laughing because they all know the story that Billy Joe put me on Facebook when I come rolling in, drooling on myself at 8 o'clock in the morning. And so I got Facebook in Vegas. That's how it all started.
There's the beginning.
But it's always fun. So, no, Billy Joe, Bugs, you guys are at home watching. I love you guys. Sorry I'm away from you guys again this weekend. But
and thanks for sharing him with us.
Yeah.
Keeps me on my toes and is teaching me a few things.
So
we have five cars coming out into the grudge match. First off, we'll see who comes down.
So now I believe we're taking 3 out of this grudge match, right, Gumby?
That's what they told me. 3.
Yep.
6'3" Keenan Davis out of Twilla, Utah.
This is the guy that got shot with a 22 riding his dirt bike.
And it's still lodged in.
It's still got the bullet lodged in his leg.
All right, second coming in is Mr. Wonderbread. Who's Mr. Wonderbread?
Oh, Big Daddy Jeff Chrisman himself. Duct tape, yes.
Big Daddy out of South Dakota, Pollock, South Dakota.
And yes, everybody, you can get a shaved rear end.
That's what I thought.
Oh, I know. I know.
I'm not even going where your mind is
I
going.
know.
Hey,
You're better. You have to go to church and pray. You don't want to think the way that I'm thinking right now.
I learn a lot from you and another party in our company. And he's over there going, yeah, ask him this question.
Just feeding the dirty line.
You know, you got the Stormin' Mormon and there comes Mr. Jeff Chrisman. He is such a good guy. He's one of those that's just fun to talk to, and he's happy. He got himself, I think he said, $1.25 and a wagon for the ride home to load up on his trailer.
Oh, he did find something.
Yes, he found something. He's pretty excited about that.
You ever get up to Pollock, South Dakota, you stop on in to, well, Big Daddy's is across the road, and I cannot remember what the other bar is that they got, but amazing, amazing food.
Dusty Jones in car number 24 in that Monte Carlo with the LS. That was hanging in there really good in heat number 1. And then something stupid must have happened. We got another good question? Or?
No, we got the Canadians across the border, man. Yes, we will come to Canada, and yes, we would love to come do some shows
How
up
many
there,
times?
work with us.
We don't want to just come to once.
No, get us in all of them up there, you know.
Car number 25, Rhett Beard.
Yes.
I tell you, I want to. We want to go to Sean Umscheld's show in Vulcan, South Dakota. They have a Star Trek museum there, and they have a big, old Enterprise up there. And I want to see Skinny ride that Enterprise like a bull. Or you. I think it'd be funny.
Skinny'd look way better up there.
So, in car number 35, which was not signed up previous, Mr. Martinson. We're still down to.
We're working on that.
There's still one car out. 35 is not on my list. You got one more.
I don't know. Maybe they don't
got
see him
one.
moving.
They got one more coming. One more coming.
Well, they ain't wasting any time, I guess.
Well, maybe they know something we don't. Like he just got out of it. All right, so they're stopping at 3. I am going to bet that Big Daddy makes it out of this.
I would be very surprised if he didn't. But look out for that Monte Carlo. That thing is still straight and hard up front.
You know, and hopefully he got some of those plates.
Yeah.
He was able to weld a few plates on it.
I was looking. I see Jeff got his plates on the S's on that car.
So what is your favorite car besides an Imperial? I had to change that question.
I am really, in my bone stock stuff that we're running now, I really like my 91 to 93 town cars.
Really?
Yep, I'm really went, I mean, I love my 03 and newer Crown Vics, but just, they just kind of get outlawed and got bad reputations. So it's just hard.
I just sold a 91 Crown Vic the other day. Mr. Joker had to have it.
Just had to have it. Well, you know, now Joker's out here in Utah. You know, he's picking and choosing on cars, I'm sure.
You know, he's got a lot more choices, and he knows how to play with a lot of different type of cars.
He does.
So he's got some good choices here.
Well, 35 and 24 are going at it down there. That's a great show down there. Oh, looks like the Monty died down there.
You know, the one thing, you know, there's a lot of people, LS, no LS, you know. The one thing about those LS is when they get hot, you just have a really hard time getting them to refire. And have you heard, is there any trick of getting those things to refire? Because you can't, in a gas pedal, you see it pumping the gas, it doesn't do anything, it's electric.
Yeah, you know, so there's a lot of guys that are running those LSs carbureted. You know, like Jeff Shulman at Jeffy's Fab Farm, he really likes the injected. Put a good computer and a harness on it and figure them out, and they run pretty consistent. I mean, it's Jason Koch, you know, I mean, they can build those things on meth that just scream, but the LSs are just always kind of been noted for they don't like the heat, and but they're kind of working through some of them problems. They've been kind of proven quite a bit, so but it's hard, you know, your good old faithful 1974 small block Chevy, just, you know, there's still a lot of reliability that are in those things.
Did you ever run Chryslers for a long period of time or not?
I had a 360 small block that was just insane, and that was my built motor that I ran for a long, long time, and then boy, I tell you what, I got just shunned when I started putting small blocks in my Chryslers. You know, when I started putting Chevys in there, it was almost like a sin. It was like a sin.
Well, back in your neck of the woods, or back there where there used to be a Chrysler group. It was Is the Mallories?
No, that's
the
Mallories are south. They're Illinois.
Weren't they mostly Chrysler though?
Well, Mallories ran a lot of Chryslers down there in Freeport and stuff. You know, back in the day when the Birds were running, they used to run a bunch of Birds and stuff like that. We've got a Chrysler group that's, you know, you get up north of the cities, and we still got a hell of a good Chrysler group up there. You get up towards Pine City, Cambridge, and all those guys, you know, they run a lot of Mopars up there, and they were very strong in the day, and they still are.
Do you ever think there's going to be a bird show again?
Boy, I tell you what, there's some amazing talk going on up in Minnesota, and I really hope that thing comes true. It's, you know, you got Pine City up there that just used to be the known bird country up there. There we go. We're going to call it there, you guys.
There you go. Three cars out. Uh-oh.
All right, it's time for Gumby to do his thing.
I don't know what I'm doing. Honey, I love you. If I don't come back. No.
Well, you almost have to be scared when it says Postal Going.
You know, sponsored by Postal Mopar, right?
Yeah, sponsored by Postal Mopar. So we got Going Postal right here. I'm gonna yell at Will. Let's get Will Steinbach up here. So I just flagged Will down. We're gonna get Will up here and do a little bit of talking. So Will was invited out here to do some guest inspecting and everything like that. So he's here. He's a Nebraska native. Been all around the country, derbying and stuff like that. So we'll be fortunate to have a little conversation with Will here. Taking a look at the other the show over in Wisconsin, the Pickett show that Hollywood Promotions was putting on. It was really cool. So over in Pickett, Wisconsin, there used to be a charity show over there for many, many years. The Joe Coffin family used to put it on, or still do put it on with Rick Harrington with Hollywood. And they had a heck of a team show over there this weekend, and everybody's sending pictures on how they did and everything like that. I totally appreciate all that stuff. Congratulations to the winners over there, trying to figure out who it was. So, Will,
what's up?
What's going on, brother?
Just enjoying wonderful Utah.
Yeah. So, people who don't know, we got Will Steinbach up here. He's good buddy from Nebraska, known Will for a long time. Will and Larry. Yeah. Goes back, oh my God, goes all the way back to the New Year's Eve derbies back, you know.
Oh, yeah, 06, 07, somewhere in there.
I mean, so it's been a long time, and we've known each other for a while, and it's tons of fun and tons of memories and tons of stories that people probably wouldn't believe if we told them anyways.
That's for damn sure.
So you're in the inspection line here, Will. What? Tell me what build do we have here?
If I was to call it a build, I'd say it's a light, limited weld build. It's not anything crazy. You know, you get a little bit of bumper bracket, no pre-plating. You can do whatever you want for the first 6 inches. 10 inches bumper bracket. Frame seam welds for 10 inches. Down bars seem to be a pretty big deal, where you can place those if you're, you know, where you place your cage. But other than that, it's really a straightforward stock style limited well build.
So now, I seen plenty of used cars come through. How was the inspection today with the used cars, the fresh cars?
And that's why I'm here. And as you know from before, we all talked, or Stern Dirt reached out to some people. We got some rules. We're trying to make them work. The used cars are definitely dominant because the way you can do things and how they're stretching in, they're reining it in really hard. But I mean, Tech was pretty good. Found some interesting stuff. I don't think I've ever seen anybody try before, but I get it. You got to do what you got to do to try to compete. Tech wasn't bad. Everybody was really cool. We had some guys from California that were built to California rules, which are more than here, and they cut anything. They were 100% willing to cut anything. Now, we didn't have a problem with a single person, even when it came to judges' decisions final. Well, it doesn't say it in the rules. You're right. The little sentence, the judge's decision final, that takes care of all that.
I think, just walking around and talking with everybody and stuff like that, I truly think that everybody was just so pleased to be able to wreck a car.
Oh, yeah. That's, like the guys from California, that's why they're coming. And all these guys, the kids, there were so many cars, and you talk to the kids, and they just want to wreck. That's all they want to do. And so they showed up, and they showed up with good cars. And, the atmosphere was amazing running into, the COVID-19. And I know you've went over it 1,000 times. 10,000 seats, only sold 4,500. There was a limit of pit passes right as soon as I landed. But everything's really went pretty great.
And the great part about it is just kind of the overall atmosphere of just spectators and competitors and everything like that. People are cooped up. They're happy to be out there. They're pleased to be able to do something like this. And it really makes it easy as a production standpoint. So that's awesome. And I think a lot of people, tell me if you think I'm wrong, but I think with what we battled with this year going into next year, I think it's just going to give more appreciation as we go on.
I think a lot of things, and not just Utah, not anywhere, people are starting to appreciate what we've done for 20 years. Not so much me, but, Larry, and I help Larry all the time. He's a 15 to 20 Derby a year guy. And you get this year, and it's like 4.
Yeah.
And, the families don't understand. Like, my kids love it. My wife loves it, all that. Due to certain situations, I had the Vegas car ready. That didn't work out. May didn't work out. Well, then you get into promoting and you get into helping and life in general during this. So it just sat there. So I haven't ran it all, and there's a huge appreciation for what we do, what the promoters do, everything involved.
Hey, Will, I want you to touch, I know you do some amazing things and help people out in many different ways. Just touch on a little bit of that stuff that you guys do back in your home.
Well, we live in McCook, and it's not the biggest of town. It's 8,000 people. It's a great town. And I'm no huge saint, but I try to help kids that have addiction problems or just might be going down the wrong road or just in general might not know what they're doing or be lost. And I have kids stop by the shop all the time. I have, one certain kid that I've been helping for 2.5 years, and I love that kid like he's my kid. And it's a battle when you sponsor somebody and you put your whole heart and soul into it. It's not just you. Like my kids, my wife, my family, they're all into this. So when
it's a sacrifice of the home.
It's a huge sacrifice, and it's something that, you have to sit down. You have to have a hell of a support system to say it. There's no other way to say it.
Yep.
And once you help one, then it kind of turns into a snowball effect. Granted, you might not be as in depth with all of them, but you still try to help these guys out, try to give them the right path to go down and everything else. And, don't get me wrong, all these people's families, they're involved too, because that's what it takes. It takes a village. It's nothing, and that's rather in the Derby world and in real life with your kids, with anything, that's what it takes.
Yep. No, that's just amazing. So, I wanted to we always talk about the things that we do outside of the Derby world just to be better people in just general society and stuff like that. You know, Gumby was kind of talking about the things that we do and how that, and it's like, you know, it's like I want to shine some light on you too, because your family has done tons of things like that, and
Right.
I've heard about it over the years talking with you and Larry, and it's just like it's really cool when you hear this kind of stuff, because you know the Derby family just makes us stronger to do better things for community and
exactly. We have,
culture.
You know, between me and Larry, we have an open door policy. If that garage door is open, it doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
If you come in and give us the respect of a person, we're going to give you the respect. You know, it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what background, it doesn't matter. If you're willing to learn and you want something, show up.
Yep.
And, you know, case in point, it's something like I'd never seen before. Right before the Eustis, Nebraska Derby, Get Bent, the promoting company I'm a part of, we had a derby in Oberlin. And when I tell you there were 6 cars, we were working on 5 or 6 cars in Larry's backyard. We had Jaws of Life. We had changing rear ends. We were changing motors, changing trannies. It was, I kind of went on Snapchat. It's just, it's neat. And the kids that come and the people, not even just the kids, the people, the community that comes, and nobody says anything. And it's nice to go out in the community and people know what you're doing, or they make comments like, hey, you know, you guys are doing a great job. That's Larry included, everything included.
And that's great. I mean, because, you know, a lot of that stuff, I don't want to say it goes unrecognized, but, you know, the people that do the great things like that, they don't ask for recognition for it, you know.
Well,
so
and that's just, I am no saint, and I'm not going to sit up here and tell anybody that I am. But when I'm passionate about something, my wife will flat out tell you, like, I go all in, and it's not just one person. Just like you, I know your shop's open. I know you help a ton of kids. You know, maybe not in the same way, but that's what it takes.
Well, and you know what? Like you said, that open door policy is exactly what it is. So, no, that's huge. We appreciate what you do, but look at this stuff right here. I don't know anything about what this truly is other than I know Gumby had to go do something, and it's Gumby's sitting out there. Look at the puzzled look on that man's face. He's like, what the hell is this?
That's just it. I showed up. Johnny's like, let me show you something. And now everybody's going to get to see it.
Oh, that is great. You know, it was cool. So you flew in yesterday along with Dale and stuff like that. So Johnny took you and Dale and took care of you guys.
Yeah.
Gumby got Bryce and I and took care of us. So I got a question for. Oh my God, that's got Gumby's name on it. Look at that. Look at that.
I think Gumby is supposed to drive this thing.
I think he must be riding on the back seat.
Well,
I would say that's where he should be.
They
Is
got
on
his
the
little
back
brother
seat.
there already. I can clearly see at the toilet, and they must have went shy on the COVID because they didn't get any toilet paper.
Yeah, they don't want to waste that stuff. That's like gold right now. Look at this. That's great.
I think whoever thought this up was a very creative person.
Is Gumby going to fit in that thing?
Well, he definitely didn't go through the door.
Look at that. Oh, yep, he got in. Did you see? I think Johnny had to spit on him to get him in there.
Well, if you notice, is he the only high back bucket? Do they have to lower the seat for him? Because he's got such a tall torso.
So.
The other ones.
Look at that. They've all got the factory mail Jeep seats in them, but no, Gumpy's got looks like an old Chrysler high back.
Now they're trying. Oh, they got to get him strapped in.
Well, hang on a second. How come nobody else has to get all this help like Gumpy's getting? Why does he get special attention?
Well, it's a respect your elders thing, I think.
That's exactly it. There you go.
Yeah, this is all new. Is this supposed to be a figure 8? Or is it new to you too?
I don't know. They got 2 cones out there, so I wonder if they're going circles. They can't quit laughing at Gumby there, though. They can't even talk on the microphone.
You're going to do 20 laps.
Oh, 20 laps.
20 laps. Figure 8s.
Figure 8s. It is figure 8s, Will.
Is that a 4-wheeler axle underneath Gumby's trailer?
I don't know. It's narrow as heck. Why that thing's going to tip over.
Yeah, look at the one next to it's like a Army pickup.
Look at those old tires on the
It's-
back of the
I
old
was gonna
Army.
say, it's
Those
got
things,
some derby diggers.
yeah, those things would be worth some money to the truck guys.
And you got the steer tires over here on the Dodge.
Oh yeah, look at that. Good old 14s right there.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go strip those trailers at the end of the night.
Right.
Oh, we got Gumby. Gumby's on the toilet run there. Look at that. The Gumby on the toilet almost looks like Gumby, just no arms.
Oh, that's his little brother, see? And maybe that's why they're helping Gumby out. I will
The
tell
hard
you,
turner.
Some super nice people in Utah. I gotta pat their backs. Everybody's been way nice.
It's you know, every time that I've come down to Utah to do shows and stuff like that, it's always been a great warm welcome, and you know the community's always good. And I mean, and the scenery out here is just gorgeous.
Yeah, well, in the morning you gotta wait for the smoke to blow off the mountains, but then it looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, I just can't believe how much smoke is coming up from California here.
Oh, it's unreal.
It's you kind of taste it in your mouth as you're breathing out here all day long.
Yeah, this morning looking at the mountains was just crazy. And talking with Dale, he says up in Montana where he's at, Anaconda or whatever, he says it's really bad. Like,
that's crazy. That it's crazy how the jet streams push it differently. Yeah. So
Dale talks as if it's like it's in the neighbor's backyard. That's how smoky it is up there. But I don't know. It could be. I don't know.
How about the jaws of life? If he tips over, he ain't climbing out that front window again.
I don't think he's getting.
Son of a gun, I don't want him to get hurt. He's my ride to the airport maybe if you get lost. I don't know, Bryce.
I got you. I don't know what time you're leaving, but I got Johnny's little red Dodge. We can see how it's going to do.
Well, that looks like driving Miss Daisy out there is what he's doing.
I think he's losing his trailer right away. Or maybe he'll bring it back over.
It just goes from side to side there. It looks like a weeble wobble.
You know, it's like they almost planned on it with the wheels up front.
Oh, look at these furrowing.
Oh, that didn't work out.
There you go. Gumby's going to go fast now. He's got no trailer.
Crazy stuff or what?
This is
one time and his trailer's gone.
Uh-oh, his gas door's open. We better draw a red flag on that one. Johnny, get on here and explain whose harebrained idea this was here. I like it.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw the War Wagon.
I have never witnessed the War Wagon.
All right. Hey. Might need to get a Bobby out there to get them unstuck. So anyway, Rhett in the white ice cream truck, him and Gumby have been derbying for, I don't know, 70 years. and they always get this Rhett always comes up every year with something a little crazy to get Gumby involved with. So we did the War Wagon for a couple years, and that was a lot of fun for the kids. And understand, this is not about the derby people. This is giving those guys in the pits a lot more time to fix their car. The crowd, the kids, love this stuff. It's silly, it's dumb, but again, it's a time killer for us. Due to this year, we really didn't have a big selection of cars because, nobody's building, or do I build, do I not build?
I think Gumby's the only one doing a figure eight.
Gumby don't even know where he's going. He's just after that trailer on the ice cream wagon.
So Rhett goes, I think we're done with the War Wagon. I bought these Jeeps. And I'm like, I don't even know. I don't want to know. I don't know. So, yeah, he Rhett's just a crazy hillbilly. I love him.
They give him a 10 for creativity.
Yeah, no kidding.
And the football, I've never seen that before, but that was fun. That was fun to watch.
And again, it's a crowd pleaser. And when you're, as a promoter, you got to come up with different things to keep the crowd entertained. And as a driver, I'm trying to keep the drivers, give them more time in the pits to do what they need to do.
Oh, that's the ice cream cone.
And Gumby hits his own trailer. This is the first time Gumby's been in a car, I think, in like 3 years.
Oh! There you go.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Oh, man.
I've never seen so many people run for one person.
I was thinking we should already call for the Jaws
They're
Alive.
like, son of a gun, I got to get paid by this guy yet tonight. Get him back on his wheels. Look at he's standing up in the.
He's standing up. He's taller than the Jeep is wide.
It's okay, boys. I got this.
Gives old Red a big thumbs up. That's awesome.
That's good. It reminds me of that game where the little gopher pops his head up and you gotta whack him with a hammer.
Whack-a-mole.
You know? I was like, "Where's the hammer? We gotta whack a Gumby."
Oh my goodness. So I don't know if you caught the little mishap at the grudge match. Doug Emery, we called for the grudge match.
Yep.
And you notice we loaded and went, and we were a car short.
Yep.
Doug pulled up afterwards, and we went over and talked to him. He says, "Sorry, it was my screw up. I was out bullshitting with the guys, and I missed the call."
What a stand-up guy that is.
And it was cool of him to admit to it because he could have done a freak out for us. Turn it on. So kudos to Doug, stand up. We're going to take care of him some way. Came a long ways. Yes, he got his $1,000. He's the one that kind of got hosed in the heat.
Yep.
You know, they kind of pinned him against the wall, and he was out. So he had a good shot, great car to make it out of that heat. So he's bummed, but he says, "My bad."
That sucks. It'd have been nice to see that Suey in the main. I think you would opened her up a little bit.
But you know what? The thing of it is how he was stand-up.
Yep.
That's huge.
So I'll talk to Gumby. We'll give him some parts. He came a long ways again.
So this is a fun thing. Like you were making the comment about this stuff. You know, folks at home, yes, this isn't Demolition Derby. Yes, this probably isn't what you guys want to watch or anything like that. But you know what? Your kids may love it. The crowd loves it here. Everybody's laughing and cheering and having a good time with it.
You guys can't hear the crowd. The crowd's going crazy.
Yeah.
If you're here watching it, the crowd gets into it. It makes you enjoy it. We'll give a little helping hand here.
The only sad part is we're going to use these again for another show, and now we got to fix these 19. So you should have seen us. They were buried in the dirt. The brakes were bad. We couldn't even find 13-inch tires for them because you can't find them anymore.
Oh, I suppose.
So, yeah, we were getting very creative, rebuilding single-barrel carburetors that had rat's nests in them. Oh, it was...
Hopefully he bought 20 of them because you need parts.
We got a couple parts ones, but yeah.
That one's got a good reverse. I don't know so much forward.
I'm going to leave you up here. I'm going to go grab Gumball, throw him back up here.
Sounds good. Thanks,
going.
Johnny. Yeah, once again, you know, you always got to have something unique like this just to kind of put on a little bit of a fun something to do just for the crowd. I mean, remember, yes, we're here for Demolition Derby, but we need to put a show on for the crowd because that's who truly pays for it.
Yeah, that's the whole deal. If it wasn't for crowds like this, I don't think Utah could pay the way they do.
No.
That's what it takes.
And it's obviously it's a two-way street. I mean, you got to have the cars, you got to have the crowd, you got to have everything. So, and you got to have great Gumby rollovers. I mean, that's
fabulous.
All right, Gumby, you got to give us a play-by-play on that. That was
first off, you have to know the helmet they gave me was meant for a 12-year-old. It would not even go over my chin. I'm like, second of all, the seatbelt was loose. Third off, the gas pedal's almost like on the other side of the car. But no, it was fun, you know. I looked at it and soon I saw Rhett coming. I go, that little bugger's going to roll me here. So I can say, you know, it's the first time the last Derby I drove in was Josh Decker's San Filippo Smash 3 when I got to go to the back to the old cars. He'd give me a 58 Buick or something like that. 56 Buick. And so that's the last time I've been beat up. And so last year I didn't drive, and then this year I had the desire, and I was going to build a couple cars, run some shows, and all this hit.
Well, it looks like you forgot some driving techniques. We're going to have to get you back on that.
Come on, step on in, Gumby. No, don't sit down. He said
you
slide
told
over.
me. He told me to sit down, didn't you?
Come on over here.
I'm wounded. I need a cane. Yeah, you know, the driving techniques, you know, I was just like, it runs. Okay, let's go, hit something. But no, it was a good time. You know, hey, anytime you go out and smack something for fun, why not?
No, exactly. Did I just get a whiff of pee? Did you think Gumby pee his pants out there?
I swear. Like, I wasn't going to say anything.
Look,
but I gotta whip
I'm
this
already
up.
living with marshmallows. Don't try to start something else going on here.
I mean,
I tell you, the only thing about that is, you know, my seatbelt's loose. My helmet's just barely, I'm wedged it on there. I'm like,
well, it's a little awkward for us because when it was me and Tix and Johnny, it smelled like a man in here. Now it smells like an old folks home.
Hey, we'll drive. I'll drive with you one time. Let's do it.
I tell you, the funniest thing is all the track crew runs over there, and then it's like, hey, look at those guys. They want to get him back over. They want to get their paycheck at the end of the night.
Something broke right down on the side. It was breaking. I had a little bit, and then I made that hit. And look, they got it fired up again.
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, you shut her off.
Not all of us have been there, but I understand. You're getting
Not all of us have been there. No, that's the key. Are you referring to all that are in the room still?
I'm just saying, I know I've been to some derbies where some guys were getting maybe the short end, and all of a sudden their car won't run. The heat's over, and it fires up and runs like a dream. Doesn't miss a beat. That Jeep's running pretty good. I mean,
Will, what are you trying to do, Will?
It's looking like a 25 mile an hour to the gallon.
Yeah, I mean.
Hey, they had to hook something up to get it running again. Okay, I'm going to stick to that.
You're right. They had to hook it up with a good operator, but they got it
here
under control.
we go. No, that does. You know, I will say for two years not getting hit, that head on with that other Jeep with seatbelt, I was like, oh, you little bugger. And it was like one of those whank. I'm like, okay, we're still going. But no, it was good to get out there and bend something a little bit.
How does their power rate? I mean,
to what I'm used to running?
Yeah,
I'm an old school kind of guy. So
that 13 horsepower that Jeep
I was
had
like, this is great. I'm like, I wonder if he'll sell me this engine.
He's like, this baby's cammed up. I could tell.
Yes, it does give me the mood to get back out in the car, though. I just need to crack down and slam a car together.
Well, I think the Minnesota Throwdown would be great for you up there.
If it wasn't the same night as Halloween Havoc on October 18th. Or 17th.
I was going to say, you're the 17th also.
Here we
but
go.
that's fine because ours is the 16th and 17th. You could race up there for the 16th and get back down here and do your
I'll
guys'
talk
show.
to Gullo Enterprises and see how that
it's a matter of convenience. Like, oh, yeah, that would sound awesome. I'd love to go derby there, but I make the dates for these shows, so I don't have to shut it off if I have a derby right there.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm, there's going to have to be now, the bird show.
We got to work on that. We got to make that happen. That's
you
a
do
definite.
need. I was hearing about this. Not that it's happening. We don't know anything, dates and everything. But I'll tell you. Sort of like when Decker gave me the opportunity to go back to San Filippo and run in that 59 older class. I'm like, absolutely. When are you going to do that again?
Oh yeah.
And how many more bird class? Maybe it goes for a year or two, but chances are not. More than 2-3 years because the birds are getting harder to get.
Well, they went through the roof now. Like,
absolutely.
People are paying, they think wagons are bad. The birds are getting just as bad.
Can you imagine the first bird show, the true bird show, and if it's the right rule package, if it's stock, I mean, the more stock you go, the more you're going to get the drivers from California, Washington, and those areas.
Yep.
Can you imagine the people that just for the chance? Because, I mean, there's shows as a driver, you're like, oh. I mean, this year, San Filippo, I so much wanted to go drive in that muscle car heat.
Oh,
what are you ever going to do? I mean,
I was in on it.
I mean, that stuff like that's intriguing and exciting. And it's cool that Spinning Wheels is coming up with these great concepts. I mean, when you look at Spinning Wheels, yes, I think they stole that from over in Minnesota's a little bit.
Not the muscle car, but the old classic cars. Yeah, we had it up in Minnesota, but they put their pitch, their own twist to it.
But they put their own twist to it, and now it sort of reignited that fire within some. And promoters are like, a lot of people wouldn't do that. Well, we got to do that, you know. And that's
and it's such a niche deal that you're going to get the guys that are going to run one just to piss everybody off.
Yep.
You're going to get the guys that run one because they want to run one, and then I don't know. Like for me, it would be pretty hard for me to build a muscle car and go up there and destroy it. If it was, it would have to be a Ford.
I could not.
I could destroy a Ford.
I buy a Ford, and the next thing you know, Decker's like, "Did you not read the rules, Tix?" I had one shipped over from Washington, and he's like, "You can't run that car." I'm like, "What do you mean I can't run that car?" He goes, "It says right in there." It's like, I didn't read all the rules. I just glanced at them.
You know, I couldn't run a 69 Camaro.
Nah.
I could run a 67 or a 66 or 67 or 68, but I could not run a 69.
See, and I'm the opposite. That ugly 69, let's derby them all.
67 and 8s, I'd be like, oh, I want to hit it.
See, I don't like a single one of them. I've never liked any of them.
I hate the shark gills.
My
on a
first,
69.
I would, a 57 Chevy 2-door would be fun. A Nomad would be awesome. And I could do it. I just couldn't do a 69 Camaro.
Yeah, I think like a
Look
big
at
body
that.
66, 67 Chevelle would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, they ain't wasting any time bringing these cars in.
And they're really lined up early for
Yes.
this because they saw what happened in the last grudge match.
We have T23 Andrew Tagalushi.
Who, by the way, got in right away. Didn't have to cut a single thing. Got a stick right off the.
He was the first to pass.
Yep.
That's pretty good. I think he gets I think he gets a radiator for that. I think we're giving out a free radiator too.
I'm not a part of that. I'm just a part of the tech.
Hey.
But I know that he got stick right there on the rack.
Yeah. Can't wait to see. Is it got a list of the drivers in this heat? Tyrell Martinson, Derek Court, Josh Turnbow, Andrew Taylor, Daniel Baum, Dale Piper, Stan McDonald, Caleb Dean, Troy Tagg, Don Harder, Jeff Big Daddy Chrisman. Oh, that's a good main event.
Did you guys talk about the old 633 guy that took a bullet?
Yeah, we were talking about him. Ethan, and we know up there in Barnum. Barnum does have a Minnesota. They do have a stock bird show up there. That one's always been pretty good, definitely.
Barnum where?
Barnum, Minnesota.
What's it with bird shows in Minnesota? Minnesota must love the birds.
Love the birds. They just, they're migrations,
I'll tell you, I've watched a few times that. What's the town you're talking about putting it in?
Pine City is.
Pine City.
Pine City's got.
They have some beautiful paint jobs. I mean, you go there and you're like, oh, please don't wreck that. I mean, they leave the grills and the bucket and it's just like, oh, this is sad.
The craziest thing is you got Pine City up there at Pine County, and it fills every single night. You cannot get a spot if you're not there early as heck. It's just an amazing thing that they got going on there, and it's like that every night of the Derby. And it doesn't matter how many cars show up; it's always the grandstands are full.
I would love to see a bird show that you put no more than 10 birds in there at one time.
And that would be that track right there, because it's a smaller track, and you gotta let them spread their wings.
Because last time I watched it, they put like 20 something in there, and it was tight. I'm like, put 10 of them in there. Let's see this thing
for you
play.
guys to think about with your birds. East side of Nebraska allows birds built to Nebraska rules. So if you've ever looked at Nebraska rules here lately, I mean, we've got one bird.
That's a good. You could build a good bird because you can shorten them fronts and roll them.
You could just if anybody's truly serious on running some birds, and Nebraska has a ton of shows that allows them.
So we got number 2, Don Harder is going in out of Gillette, Wyoming.
He got the Mad Dog in his heat.
He got the Mad Dog.
We got
Stan the Man 07 coming on in.
He's still looking like he's in good shape too.
Yes, he is.
It'll be what's going to be interesting to see who he teams.
I think he said he had to put an axle in that car.
Really?
I think that's what he said.
Because they got him in the rear wheel over there on that side.
We got 622 coming in with the Mad Dog out of his heat. Josh Turnbow out of Utah here. As Gumby said, he's been building that car for a while.
It's got no floor. When we were checking it, I was looking right at him underneath.
We got number 25 coming in, Rhett Beard out of Wyoming, Douglas, Wyoming. You know, you take a look at these cars. These guys did not have enough time to put them on the
Reply
trailer,
and say
pull the
that
fronts
is-
down, or anything like that. I mean, they had to work hard.
Rejuvenated.
You know, number 35, Cameron Martinson, out of Gillette, Wyoming. Number 3, Troy Tagg, the Godfather,
look how
out
that
of
trunk is on
California.
Trunk definitely went away. That's suicide. Let him.
Yeah,
let
but
him know he was
fed him.
there.
He fed him a couple times for sure.
But that thing it's not going to move again.
No, it's setting really nice.
When you have 27/8s on the back and you're that tight.
I don't
the
even know if they're like 2710s. They're the widest difference.
Yeah, they are
they're
tight. They
10s.
could be
Yeah.
10s, yeah.
That's why I pointed that out, and you look
That
at how
is-
good he
that-
moves around.
It looks toughed out compared to all the other ones. There's big old fat meats back there.
I'll tell you what, Toast ran a set of tires like that down in Florida on that sandy track on that wagon, and that saved him on
can
that
see
track.
Yeah, because you're not cutting through really quick.
No.
That's like when we ran out west in November. You know, you ran the baldest skid steers you possibly had. That's what you needed.
Absolutely.
Well, everybody watching from here in Utah, yeah, we've got some fun stuff coming. Halloween Havoc on the 17th. We'll be going head-to-head with Mr. Tix through the competition.
Yeah, but Track Shot Live will be at the Minnesota Throwdown.
So you're telling me I'm going to be at our show watching my phone, watching you guys talk.
Yes, sir.
I might
Yes.
have to make some comments
Yes, you-
about
oh,
something. I don't know what that's going to be. Trust me, I've got about 4 weeks to figure out what I can bring up.
You're going to be jotting notes down on that
There's
one.
something coming.
we got number 19 coming in here.
And he made it in as a Mad Dog.
Yep, Del Piper. He drove hard. He ran that thing good. That's a Josh Decker proud.
And while we're pulling cars in, I just want to really go over it. Guys, if you want to see us in your hometown,
yes,
Track Shot or USA Derby Ticks, get on there for the next month and a half by December 20th and sign up your show, your hometown show, your local show, your favorite show. And we're going to draw a winner and come to your show and put on a show for free.
The only thing you have to have is great internet service.
Yes, that's
you
correct.
have to have great internet service. So if you don't have great internet service, please, you know.
Yeah, we need to come see you at your hometown.
Yep. So here in December, we are going to choose. You just get on derbytix.com and you start registering your community derby. And next year, we want to bring Track Shot Live to you.
And we're going to give you 50 T-shirts branded to your show. You can give them to your drivers. You can sell them. You can throw them to the crowd. But we're going to give you some shirts to go with it.
I'd hope you'd give me one of the 50 if I'm there. I'd really like to take one home. We got 88 Caleb Dean coming out of Texas here.
Look at that! Look at the hashtag Buick Rally Love right there.
Yes.
You know, 20 years ago, do you think there was a likelihood that we were going to have cars from Texas, California, Wyoming, Mac is Georgia, Cedar City, San Diego. He's
Oregon.
I don't know where he's from. He's from one of
A
the
lot of
above.
places.
Yeah. We were just joking. Did you hear what we were saying about Mac? Is if he calls you at 5:30 and says he's coming over to see you, you better start washing the sheets because he's spending the night. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's good. We love having him
I've
over.
heard about him 1,000 times, story after story. Went to Vegas twice. Could not meet up with that guy to meet him ever. He gets here and the dude gets out and shakes my hand, hugs me like he's like, man, I've heard so much. I said, same, vice versa. We just could never catch together.
Yeah.
He's actually a really good guy.
There we go. We got number 30, Derek Court, coming from New Mexico.
What's going to be interesting is the game of chess.
Yeah.
Because this is really a game of chess.
Hey, I definitely want to see who's playing on whose team.
I'm
very interested.
I'm curious to see which way Matt goes. Because if Matt goes one way, I think that side's going to win. If he goes the other way, it's going to be interesting.
Hey, do you guys know that Derek Court was like steps away from pro football?
No, I didn't know that.
He was a beast.
Yes. That guy, he's from Iowa, and he was steps away from pro football. He had an injury that took him out.
And he's such a monster guy. And
Yeah.
Then you meet his mom, and she's so big. And then he's got his uncle that's like his like bigger brother.
He's one of those you wouldn't want to mess with. He's just Everything
just
is
solid,
yeah.
just solid. Yeah, and one of the nicest guys too.
Yeah,
it was
same
just, you know, I had my face under his hood, under the frame, feeling welds, and Derek's like, yeah, take a look at it, Tix. What do you think? You know, it's like, what would you have done? You know, we just had simple conversation, and he's just, you know, it's every time I see him, it's always, you know, just great camaraderie. And the funny thing is, you know, he's from Iowa, and I got a lot of buddies from Iowa that we ran with for years, and everybody likes a marshmallow. And but yeah, no, it's really cool when you get down and you talk to these people, and you know, like you say, as you say, it's like, yeah, he steps away from pro football.
I think the top 2 Mad Dog winners tonight get $3,000 apiece or something like that.
And the flag.
And the flag.
And the flag.
Wouldn't that be awesome to be in your shop?
When I was in New York, I told Decker, I said, I am going after that flag. I got beat out by a damn minivan for the Mad Dog. In a truck class, I got beat out by a minivan. I'm still just bummed about that.
But you got beat by a mini. You were driving a full-size Dodge truck and got beat by a minivan.
Why did I bring that up?
Well,
I know. Thank you for the
I went for it,
ammo.
and then Gumby took over. I'm just going to let it go.
Yeah, I can't take both y'all beating me down. I know.
I'm going to have to be nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to send a picture to Track Shot Live of a minivan stripped out saying, coming to get you.
Yeah. See you at the next show, Tix.
We did have a call as we were sitting down to eat last night, and a guy with a 99 Concorde, he's like, hey, can I come run it with the big cars tomorrow? No.
Like, hell yes, you can. If you feel safe, we feel obligated.
We look.
Ooh, Jeff Christman is running. They were getting ready to shut that gate.
Yeah, they were.
You know, the sad thing is they shut the gate on 6E in that grudge match. He wasn't out there when everybody.
But he was a stand-up guy. He went to Johnny, told him it was his fault.
Yeah, it's too bad. You know, because you know that would have been if he would have made. That's a big game changer right there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I got to pay attention so I can watch for the Mad Dog.
Oh.
I get an important vote here.
So that when you make the wrong call, everybody can hate you. Good job, Will.
Right. But I guess I'm more for the underdog because there's some cars out here that don't have big motors, that aren't $10,000 cars, but these guys are running them for everything that they got.
You know, are the boys going to attack the boys before they eliminate everybody else, or is it?
There was a lot of talk, but I think it's going to be like if we're going to play honest here, I think it's going to be like every other derby. People are going to watch what they do, pick what they, they're going to play the game.
There's a lot of money on the line for that first place. There's definitely going to be some smarts played.
I think it's like 8,000 to win, 8, 4, 2, and 1, or something like that.
There we go. $3,000 Mad Dog ain't sounding all that bad though either.
Who's going to draw first blood?
You got Dale Harder here in this 2-car. That man is old.
Yeah, he's got, but like Gumby said, he's got hundreds of wins underneath his belt.
Him and Rob Lang, we're good buddies obviously with Rob Lang, and him and Rob are good buddies.
You know, if I was him, I'd play it cool and see who comes out,
I think he's just going to let it eat till it can't. They're just like giving it to old Caleb Meade.
Well, 19's making the big circle, looking for the big hit, it looks like.
Yeah, I see he's trying to find something, but man to man, lost the radiator already.
Boy, Derek is just having a hard time with that motor running tonight.
I think that's his new LS, and he just switched back over from a manual. It used to be a manual, he's running 4LE60 now.
Yeah, they did a lot of work on that 4L60 trying to figure out how to make them strong.
That's going to be very interesting to see how that turns out.
Yep, doing a lot of R&D on that stuff.
We got some guys in Nebraska. Justin Klaus runs a 4LE60, but he runs it in second gear.
Yep.
Doesn't even attempt. Oh!
Long is just laying it down too.
Harder lost that front ball joint again. Looks like we got Court and Tag and a push to Max.
What's going to be interesting is like if Mac's still in there, because Mac and Derek Court are good friends, but you can tell that they're on different sides of the fence right now.
I can see that the tackle of Austin has noticed that Derek Court was picking on him. So.
Well, you got Jeff Chrisman and Court that are going to run tight together, knowing that they can't give Tags the upper advantage like that.
Caleb Dean in there.
Who's down in the corner on there?
That's Dale, Harder, and Long.
Okay.
They got caught up here in that near rollover, and Long just can't get off.
He's just buried up on the back side of that loose tin on the back of that number 2 car.
Yeah, it's no good.
Looks like Jeff Chrisman's got problems over there.
Yeah, he had some motor problems in the heat, it looked like.
I think when we went up on the back side of Andrew, that was, I think something went wrong on the front end of his car pretty bad.
I am really finding it hard to figure out who's running this.
Oh, he's running Cali tight. He's running Cali tight.
Now.
You know, when you're in a position like him, it's a really favorable position because you have 2 groups that aren't touching you.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to give it to Caleb Dean. See that car right there, that 88? That was built for the Thursday show in Vegas.
Oh. Andrew got on that rear wheel of Dean.
He's going to show him why you don't want bruised rallies on the back.
He's broken his rear drag link.
He's got a bottom drag link's gone, has to. Or his trailer arm's got to be gone.
Now they're turning on Court. And Mac's over there going, what do I do? What do I do? I don't want to piss anybody off.
But he's playing it. Look at 19. As long as 19 stays out of the drama, keeps that car running, he'll be all right.
You know, that's smart on him is there's everybody.
Oh, man.
This is where those caddies get ugly. They just lock in at that. They just collapse up front and they lock in and they just stay there. I think Court lost steering again.
I think he lost steering. He's loaded up with something. It just won't clear up for him. Which that's going to make a big difference when you're against these caliber drivers. This stuff's going to happen.
They're going to punish him now.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm Stan right now, I do not want it to come down to me and the 2 boys, dad and son.
See, and that's just it. Stan lost his radiator pretty early, so I don't.
He's got a lot of hot motor already.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Intertrade motors sound amazing and they run awesome. But I don't know what motor you're going to put this kind of a view. Like, this as Stan rides and winding them up.
If I was him, I think I would pick Papa or Son and take a real hard shot on it right now.
One run good one.
Just a good will, because they're not expecting it right now. Because you got to turn sometime.
It's that game of dirty pool, and you never know when you want to take that bad shot.
That's the whole deal.
He's got to do it though.
Well, if you want to be into the money, it's going to turn on you quick.
You know. Hats off to Caleb. Look at them back wheels.
They've got both of them just wobbled.
His
Just
trailer
wobbled.
arms are messed up. Both back wheels are destroyed. He's just trying to give it everything he's got. Oh, he got his hit.
Oh, Stan got running and moving over there again. He was dead on that far end for a while.
He's in bad shape, though. If you look at his spine. Same thing, loading up. Father and son are looking pretty good as far as the way the cars are sitting, the way the cars are running. I think Andrew Tagliaboschi probably got a pretty damn good vote for me for Mad Dog. He's made some pretty good hits tonight.
Yeah.
And look at the caddy. I mean, I'll say it as it is. When was the last time you've seen a tag caddy with the nose like that? I'll say, I mean, it looks good. Looks good on him. Caleb's struggling hard.
I think they called Stan out there.
There we go. Oh, man, nice hit.
You know, you might be right. He's been laying some punishers.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. He's definitely got my vote. Caleb Dean. Oh, Derek's back fired up. Come on, Derek, get over here.
He's got no steering down there.
Is the 19 got a flag up or not? Is he out?
19
He's
is
out.
You know, anybody that wants to and needs to get a hold of Schrade Engines, please put your information down on TrackShot Live, and we will get you their information on how you can order an engine over the next week.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to throw some shout-outs to my wife, Michaela, my daughter, Cadence, and Lexi, and my little man, Brody. And I got a buddy, Jared Williams, one shouted out out of Grant.
That's pretty awesome.
They just need to come out here and enjoy one of these one time.
Move out here, then you'll do them all the time.
That's what my wife keeps saying. Not even gonna lie. Boy, Derek's playing the game though. He ain't stopping. They're gonna have to stop.
They're flagging him off.
I think
They're
there
calling
she goes.
it right there. It is.
How does it look to you? 3:23, 88, 30. I don't know what. And Stan maybe.
Stan's going to be like in fourth place, right in that fifth place.
Fourth, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. You know, really a lot better show than I thought. The teaming was there, but it wasn't so easy for them.
You know, when it's a one-sided, one team against, that's bad. But when you get two pretty solid teams out there together, it really balances out.
You know, team driving is so hard to eliminate, but it's when you have a situation like that. But it wasn't like 3-on-1, nothing like that.
No.
You know, the one key thing that we always push is that you always have to give the guy the opportunity to move. If you got three guys out there, you better be two car lengths away from him before your buddy hits him again. You give him a chance to move. That always gives a clean, honest show so that people will come as a one-man band. They don't have to worry about having six guys out there and stuff like that. It's always the clean, honest way to put a show on, and I think honestly in this feature right here, this is they did a great job at it. It wasn't no hard position like that. So
no, and it was pretty equal to equal. But guys, I think I'm out of here. I appreciate
Will,
it. Big
dude,
time.
man, we
Thanks
love
for
you,
having
brother.
me on.
Thanks for everything, man. That's
Thanks
huge.
for starting crazy rumors. It's like it's all right, Will.
Well, I mean, at least I gave him a reason for you to retire. You just,
Yeah.
you got soft.
Oh no. No.
You know, can we get a picture of, like, on your next car, a Gumby with Depends on, so that way we don't have to smell that next time when you shut that shit off,
Haul in
or
the
what?
mail. Haul in the mail.
Why not? I'll do it for you.
All right, guys. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Thanks for
appreciate
coming.
everything, buddy.
So, should we call out our sponsors one more time?
Yeah, let's hit those
AB
sponsors.
Cat Tech.
Yeah, and we got the one thing that we did forget, and we never played the AB Cat Tech commercial. We apologize about that. At the end of closing here, whatever. But it's we kind of got it was a fast pace. We kept selling everything else like that. But AB Cat Tech out there, Brad, Burlington, Wisconsin. Get online, take a look at them, see what's out there. You got any questions? There's buyers in Minnesota, Kansas, Arizona, Utah. They're becoming gonna be Utah. We got Florida, Georgia, and Wisconsin. So we've got all those places where you can bring your cats to those places and sell them. Otherwise, if you got piles of them, get a hold of Brad. You can ship them right to him directly and everything like that. He's a great sponsor, a great person that wants great things to happen with this sport. He believes in it. We thank you a ton for that. SBS, with everything that they're doing here out of Utah, with the motor mounts and battery boxes and everything like that. Thanks for stepping up into the world and kind of doing some
and
things.
look forward to working with you for many more shows. You're Southern Utah, so West Coast, buyers, it's really local almost. You can get stuff real quick. And then you've got Elliott, Mr. Elliott with the awesome
Elliott
headers.
Motorsports. And you know what? He's been around forever. And he's always been putting
I
out.
like that car he's got sitting out of this. It's just an impressive
It's just
shot.
cool. It's just cool. It's once again a great guy and everything like that. Thanks for being such a stand-up person in our sport.
And you get 10% off if you buy something by Friday night with him. So, and then get into the next drawing that we're going to have in Minnesota.
Yes.
And then you got Postal Mopar with the Fetro steering wheel. Appreciate Postal Mopar being excited to be part of our group.
Yeah.
Our family, we'll call it a family.
Yeah, heck yeah. That's what it is.
And so get on and remember, if you can rewind and watch this show again, we've given you clues of things to ask for you where you can get into this raffle for free.
Yep.
And then you've got Narrett.
Yep, Brian Nerat.
We're going to do the gas pedal. With the
yes.
really good gas pedal.
Yes.
And then
I didn't know that Gumby had all kinds of things in his truck. I would have been pimping him to give out even more stuff.
I'm glad you didn't know we had all this stuff.
We'd have broke the bank.
And then, of course, Elliott's giving you a gift card. Not this bling bling set, but a $250 gift card. So there's so much stuff. Yes, they can. Del Piper's giving a shout-out to Josh Decker here. Mopars can hang. I'm like, it happens once in a great while, doesn't it?
A blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Well, you're going to get a thumbs-down comment from
I know.
Decker, that one.
Decker
I wonder if
fired.
Decker's still awake back there.
Oh, that guy is still glued to the TV, and Katie, she's like, go to bed, Decker.
So, no, that was a good show. Also, remember, get on USA Derby Ticks, register your show. We could still come to a show this year. If there's a show or two available, let us know. We're looking for some.
We've got a show down in Kansas that we are trying our darndest to work on. It's a benefit charity show. Bill has some prior obligations that he needs to take care of, but he is working on his son Ethan and Tino, and we might be able to make that happen. We've got the Minnesota Throwdown October 16th and 17th. We will be there for sure. The huge crew will be there. Unfortunately, Gumby's got prior arrangements. Somebody put a show on top of ours. I do got to say something. Ours was in the works before his, so that's cool. Whatever.
Hey, I'll probably watch yours.
All right. Well, sounds
okay.
good,
Is
then.
that all right? I'll support you.
All right. I just don't mean to beat you down or anything like that. They're cool. I think they were
on the front seat of my truck. I don't know where they're at now. Ask Brad.
This is, you know, when you got Gumby up here that's like taking care of everything else and this and that, the interruptions up here are just ridiculous. We don't ever have this with Josh Decker or Skinny and I or whatever, you know.
Okay,
It's just
I'll
so, like,
send in my resignation.
yeah, so I apologize, everybody at home, that you guys have a half-rate service up here tonight because, you know, Gumby's only been here a quarter of the time, but I do apologize
I was
about
really
that.
looking forward to working with this guy, but, you know, now it's like all the stuff that I'm getting abused.
I'll tell you sorry off air. I apologize about that.
Okay,
but, you know, but thank God it's free at home, because if you had to pay for this, I'd be pissed. I'd ask for a refund. But, you know, but it's free. We're doing good. So that's good things all across the country. But, no, once again, you know, we didn't mean to pound the sponsors down your throat or anything like that. But without them, we're not here. Without you guys, there's no reason to be
And
here.
did you get to see a great show today?
Yeah, the show was absolutely awesome.
How was the camera angles? You've got to tell me, how was the camera angles? They were wonderful. I know.
Everybody loved it online. I missed a lot of shout-outs and everything like that. I always get behind. That's where – see, there we go. Gumby's back off doing his thing again. You don't have to worry about the cribbage game that Bryce has got going on there, okay? Just focus on this.
I was making sure he wasn't talking to your wife.
Oh, he's not. No, she already made he's made the credit card payment. She told me, she said, we're good. We got a free month of credit card payment. So, no, but hey, everybody at home, we're going to wrap this up. Let you guys go to bed, whatever, you know. Remember, this thing will be live on YouTube. You're going to be able to watch us forever and ever and ever. Bill and family, we can't thank you guys enough. You guys kill it every time we do this. It's just the top quality that you put into this for us to look good here. We appreciate that. It's always a great thing. Salt Lake City, Utah State Fair, the only state fair that's gone on in our country this year. Utah, thanks for taking a chance and putting this on. Thanks for inviting us here to do this. Stir and Dirt always puts on a good show. We can't thank them enough. But the key thing is oh, look at this. Hang on. They're giving away the Mad Dogs right there. Andrew and Bong got them. I think that's a great call right there.
Did Bong get one? I know Andrew got one right there.
He's hanging on to one.
So your winner tonight,
He is.
C23, that's your winner, Andrew Zengler-Rossi. Second place, card number 3.
No, he's got him screwed up.
And third place, Caleb Dean, card number 88.
There you go.
There it is.
Well, that's a good finish. And, again, everybody that watched, participated, answered questions, supported us, thank you. Can't do it without you. And love derbies.
Yeah, you guys, like say, remember, Minnesota Throwdown, October 16th and 17th. That is our next track shot live. We will be there. Bill will be there. Everybody will be there. If you guys want to come, we got very limited general admission seats. If you're traveling from a distance and you want to come to that show, get a hold of me personally. We are following the CDC plan to the T. We do have a couple raffle cars that are going to be there that possibly need some pit people, so we can get you some passes in that way. But literally, if there's anything that you guys want to come for the Minnesota Throwdown, get a hold of me personally if you're going to travel. There's still spots open for those classes. We'll be giving away the waffles there for the parts for the sponsorship.
And remember, it's as easy as sharing our show tonight.
Yes.
Your name will be down. We'll put you in the drawing. It couldn't be any easier.
Yeah, and hey, I got to actually, the Minnesota Throwdown is actually the You Pull Our Parts Minnesota Throwdown. They stepped up. They are the headline sponsor for that show. We can't thank them guys enough in Minnesota for stepping up and believing in what we're doing and paying for TrackShot to be there. The reason TrackShot is going to be at that show for you to watch it for free is from You Pull Our Parts out of Rosemount, Minnesota, East Bethel, Minnesota. We thank you guys a ton for that. But let's get this closing done. They gave away the trophies. They gave away everything. We've picked on Gumby. Gumby's going to have to go home and
get a massage from getting rolled over, something.
I already smell the Ben Gay you wiped down before you got up here, I think, the icy hots on you. Is that what that was? So, but no, it was absolutely fun. Hopefully everybody at home totally enjoyed this. We had an absolute blast up here. Gumby, thanks for inviting me out here, and it was an absolute blast to stand here.
It was amazing. Thank you.
No, it was fun. It was good. So, talking about the bad motor luck out there, something simple like that. Appreciate it, Chris.
Yeah, Matt.
So,
I said Matt Gluston distributor. Wow.
So, everybody, like us on Facebook. Like us all over the place. Watch this stuff. Show it with your friends. Repeat watch it tomorrow because Sundays are beautiful days to kick back and watch replays of derbies. It's always out there.
Live Derby.
Yes.
Live Derby.
Breathe Derby. So we are going to break down Bill's stuff, put it away. You guys everywhere across are out there in the not Derby Nation, I apologize, the Derby world, Derby land, Facebook world.
We like everybody.
Yeah, everybody's equal where we come from. Track Shot Live, Gumby, Bill, Stir and Dirt, everybody. We love everybody out there. Be good, be safe, be cool. Peace.
Out.